Oh, there it goes.
All right, let me see what I
We're
can.
live. Hello. Can you see us?
I don't see us on my phone yet.
No, I don't either. Hello, hello.
Oh, I see us. I see us.
Oh, we're on. Yes. Hi. Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Are you accustomed to the time change yet, Amy? I'm not.
No, although I am appreciating the extra hour of sleep. I really
Yes.
appreciated it on Sunday, let me tell you. I know you guys did too.
Yes.
I much prefer the fall back aspect as opposed to the
Yes.
spring forward. On the other end, I like this one better.
I agree.
But it
I agree.
takes me about a week to get used to the difference. About a week.
I like it because I feel like I wake up earlier and can get more done, but then I feel like I feel it in the evening more. Do you know what I mean? Like I start to feel it. Whoa, So yeah. So
Well, what time did you guys get home from the show?
well, so we packed up. I think we rolled out of Canfield about 5. And then we stop at D'Annunzio's in Irwin, Pennsylvania for dinner. And until we rolled into to the Lancaster area, I think it was 10:30. So that's a long day. Get up at 6 in the morning, get ready, get over to the show. The show was fun, but the show was intense because we're trying to run the booth. We're trying to make sure we say hello to everybody, make sure everything's going okay. And then it's a quick hustle to tear it all down and boop, we're back.
I was exhausted and I didn't even set up at the show. I was literally exhausted. Like, I'm glad that, because normally we drive home after we go to the show too. And I was like, no, let's stay another night. I'm glad that we did that. Because it was a nice, like, less stress rush morning to get out the door and on the road the next morning. But it was a lot of fun. So much fun.
Very good time. Very good time.
Yes. All right. Let me get all the way up at the top of the chat. Scroll all the way up here. 3:24 p.m. Wow. That's early. That's early, William. 3:24. Wow. Man,
Willie's
if you really want to be first in the chat, you got to be here at like noon.
Yeah.
Like an estate sale.
Yeah.
Like lining up for an estate sale. Miss Carrie is here. Hi, Carrie. Welcome.
Hello, Carrie. Good to see you.
Lisa is here. All right. Lisa. So speaking of the names in the chat. Yes. Now, I did some research on this, and seems to be that YouTube decided to change everybody's screen names to their handles to help like tell apart a real person versus a spam person in the live chats. And I guess that there is not really a way that you can completely change it, but you can customize your handle. You just can't change it back to your whatever your screen name was before. So it has to have like Williams is William and an underscore. So you can change it that way, but you can't change it back to like how your previous name showed up in the chat, unfortunately. But you can change your handle name to whatever you want it to say. There just can't be any spaces. That's what I found out about that. I don't know why they decided that was a thing, but it's a thing. So just wanted to pass that information on. Miss Shannon Ferrara. Hi, Shannon. Hello, Shannon. Good to see you. Most of you, I can tell who you are.
Yes, me too.
It's been a few weeks now. We're trying. Hi, Terry. Good to see you.
Did you?
Some of them are still a little confusing, but I think for the most part, we can tell.
Amy, make sure if you can. Terry left a message about 2 down from her first hello. You have to make sure that you read it. It's up there near the top.
Happy Wednesday. My birthday's on Friday. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, Terry.
Happy birthday, Bill.
the old school Happy Birthday Bill video was on Mother Tucker's channel. So unfortunately, we can't share those videos. So I don't have that, but I do have a regular happy birthday message. So it's not Happy Birthday Bill, but it's Happy Birthday Terry. That's
in our hearts. In our hearts, it's always Happy Birthday Bill. Always Happy Birthday Bill.
I should make a new graphic anyway. I definitely should. All right. Now I lost my place. Where was I? Kim is here. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
And there's Miss Karen G. Hey, Karen. Karen is going to be bid ending for us tonight. Thank you so much, Karen and Kim, for helping us out. Scrolly scroll. There's Mr. Gavin. Hi, Gavin.
Hello, Mr. Gavin. Make sure you're subbed to the channel, Grady Group of Vintage Recordings. It's a great channel, plays music, and follow him over on the gram as well.
Yes, and those of you that have really long screen names beforehand, you can't do the spaces in the handles. So Cindy Lou, she figured it out. So no spaces.
Yeah.
She's back. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. Minx is here. Hi, Minx.
Hello, Minx.
Scroll. There's Jason's mom. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Linda. Hello, Mom. Good to see you. Love you.
Mama Linda in the house. There's Miss Caroline, who we got to see at the show over the weekend.
It was a pleasure.
And her husband. That was so much fun.
Good times.
Miss Janine. Hi, Janine.
Hello, Janine.
Good to see you. Let's see. Scroll.
Screen. There we go.
Unfortunately, the handles make it a little bit harder to scroll and recognize who I have said something to, who I have not. It is making that a little bit more challenging. Miss Sandra Bowers. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Welcome in. Chris. Hey, Chris, I sent you a message over on Vamp. If you could check your messages and message me back, that would be helpful. Thank you so much. Not to call you out, Chris, but I just saw your name and I was like, oh, Chris, message me. Message me over on Vamp. Sharon Spencer's here. Hey, Sharon.
Good to see you.
Brenda's with us. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. There's Mama Pam, who I just saw a little while ago. Hi, Mom. We had to go back down to the booth today to restock some more Christmas goodies from the weekend. So we did that. Let's see. Who else is here? Scroll. James Bond, Joe 007 is here.
I like the 007, Joe. Good to see you, sir.
I'm okay with the 007. I'm here for it.
I like that.
Sandy B is here. Hey, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Good to see you. Let's see. Jean's here. Hey, Jean.
Hi, Jean. Good to see you.
Brooke. Hey, Brooke. Saw
Hello,
Brooke for a second at the Midwest show too. Brooke, I missed your treasure haul today. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
She found some goodies. I was there for a little bit. She found some really good things.
Well, I know a couple things she bought. I know she bought a cool old Santa. I know that because she showed it to me. Let's see. Roseanne's here. Welcome.
Hi, Roseanne.
Welcome in. I think I got everybody. Gosh, it's hard to tell. Oh, meow. Miss Wanda just popped in the bottom of the chat. Hi, Wanda. Good to see you. All right. So I think I got you. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Nothing personal. If I did, the screen name thing is driving me bananas, but we got to live with it because it's not going away. So
you'll get used to it just in time.
You have to build a bridge and get over it. It's just going to stay that way. Okay. Let me get to my slides, and this will be the last time that I use the fall slides, and then we're switching to the Christmas slides. All right. So first, you want to be in live chat, all messages, and not top chat, and make sure to do the refresh option as often as possible. So if you tap on the little winking kitty icon up in the corner, you can find that gear wheel icon on your mobile devices or in the lower right hand corner for the computer. To refresh, do that playback speed 2 times. If you are lagging behind, we're going to sound funny until you're caught up with us again. So we are doing a shorter version of Fantastic Finds tonight. Normally we have between 16 and 18 rounds. We're only doing 10 rounds tonight. So a mini Fantastic Finds, if you will. So we're doing all auction style. We'll give you the starting price. It'll be highlighted up here on the screen. We'll give you any kind of information we know about the item, plus the measurements, and note any kind of issues if there's chips, repairs, or any kind of damage. We do our best to show all that to you while we're here live. If you're interested in anything that we're showing tonight, all you got to do is type your bids down into the chat. Just make sure you're logged in to your Google or YouTube account to access the live chat. That's how you type and participate in the auctions here tonight. And as I see the bids and the comments come in, I will highlight them as I see them in StreamYard, and they will show up on the bottom of the screen. We'll do a 20-second countdown to account for the lag. We do encourage, if it's something you're interested in, to put a bid in early. so we know if there is interest. And don't wait too long to put in something. Inevitably, you will come in after the bid end. So the highest bid that we see come into the chat before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases here tonight. So all that we ask to use a just in case is that you're an active bidder. So you've put at least one regular bid into the chat on the current item that we're showing. And then during the countdown, you can put in the max amount that you're willing to pay for the items plus the letters JIC, put that into the chat. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. And multiple just in cases, keep in mind, do turn into regular bids if they come in before the bid end. And if you win an item from us tonight, especially if you're a brand new buyer or maybe it has been a while, it's always good to send the information again. We need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email associated with a PayPal account or what email you would like us to send an invoice to. And let us know if you want to check out as a guest. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just send us all of that same information, and we can send a direct link to that invoice when we send them out. Do keep in mind that payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving our invoices, and shipping is not included with the winning bid price. We do use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates, and that's why we need your full shipping address to calculate your shipping. So that is based from your zip code to our zip code, the weight and size of your package. We do have shipping available to the US and Australia, and still some funky stuff going up in Canada. So unfortunately, we can't ship there right now. I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and we have a couple other things we're going to talk about, and then we will get into it.
Yes, if you purchase from me tonight, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. I own a shop, Mother Tucker's Antiques. I am in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, part of Adamstown, Antiques Capital, USA. I'm about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia, right near Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that's the way we say it. So if you're coming to the area over the holidays or you live here in the area and you don't want to pay shipping prices, you can pick your item up from me. Just let us know when you email us and let us know. We'll invoice you for item or items. Once it's paid for, then we'll communicate via email on when you want to pick the items up or item up. And we can hold them, for a reasonable amount of time. It's no big deal if you're not coming until like December, January. But as always, Amy, thank you so much.
Okay. Our emails are up here on the screen. Right now, I've also pinned them in a comment at the very top of the chat. You can find all of our information down in the description of the video as well if you need to come back and reference that. As far as shipping goes, I ship from Michigan. And this week is a little strange, different, I would say. I have a lot of fall, kind of maybe a little Thanksgiving things this week, since it is the first week in November. I'm going to give the option this week. So I can either pack an invoice and ship the fall goodies out tomorrow, or I can save them through the marathon on Saturday. So you just have to email me and let me know what you would like me to do. Otherwise, I will send the invoice. If I don't hear from you, I will just send the invoice out. And then Saturday things will be separated if you come back and purchase again. But if you want me to hold it, I'm okay with it. Or if you want your turkey stuff on the way, just let me know before I do any packing tomorrow.
I ship out of Pennsylvania. I'm the same, but a little different. I'm going to assume that if I don't hear from you guys, then I'm going to hold your things with an open box. So you'll have an open box for the marathon on Saturday. So again, guys, if you purchase anything from me tonight and you want it invoiced and shipped separately, I just need you to send me an email. We have a lot going on at the shop the next couple of days, and I want to get ready for the marathon. So that's why we thought we would offer from our end to hold things, and then invoices for the marathon for me will go out Saturday. They'll go out Sunday and Monday. So that means if you purchase tonight and you go ahead and, keep an open box, you won't get invoices until Sunday or Monday. But if you need them sooner, you want it to be sent out, you just got to email us. And if we don't hear anything, we're just going to keep that open box for the marathon. Thank you, Amy.
And yeah, for marathon shipping for me, it's going to be Probably a couple days, probably Sunday or Monday at some point. I don't know. We'll see how caffeinated we get on Sunday morning, how quickly we're gonna get into that. But before we get into the sale, we do have a very small community share following the sale tonight from Miss Nikki Moss. She sent in a couple pictures of a really cool idea. I think I've referenced this before. So just a couple photos from Nikki Moss after the sale tonight. And Jason and I decided we also were going to do a little sneaky peek of some Christmas stuff coming for the marathon. So not a ton of stuff, but we were going to show just a few things to share. We're going to be putting up full previews, I know, on our stories on Instagram, our posts on Instagram, our reels, shorts, and community tab, like all that stuff. You can find all the photos and short form video of everything that will be coming from both of us the next few days. You can look at that, but we were going to share a few things live tonight for those of you that were joining us. So that was the plan. So I'm going to pop the graphics up for the marathon. Keep in mind there are two separate broadcasts. All right. So here is the first broadcast, and these are, you can find these under the live tab here on my channel. So starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, Barb of Winking Owl Antiques and Laura Mary Beth of Fatbird Finds are joining Jason and I. And then from 3 to 5, we have Heather of Antique Agenda and Miss Pamela Blanchard, Miss Pama Bama herself. From 3 to 5. We are taking an hour break from 5 to 6. And man, that goes by super fast. So that's a good time to get up, use the potty, get a snack and a beverage, and then come back. And that's what we do as well. So a break from 5 to 6. And then the second broadcast, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Jamie of Mid-Century Wasted and Miss Tina from Mother's is joining us. And I know Tina's bringing a lot of cool jewelry for that sale block. And then rounding out the evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, Misty of Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter and Arianna from the Withering Cottage will be joining us. And then following 10 p.m., it depends on how long that we want to go on. Usually we don't get to all, Jason, and we don't usually get to all of our things, just so that our guests can get through as many rounds as possible. So if we don't get to something, we will bring it after 10 p.m. Eastern until we decide we're done. So I don't know. We lasted about 45 minutes last year. I feel like at a certain point, words become hard, sentences become hard. So I think it just depends on how we're feeling, how much longer we want to be on past 10 o'clock. But we'll try and bring a few extra things that we didn't get to, or maybe a request, that sort of thing, if it was something that we did not get to in our rounds. But super excited for that. You can set reminders on both of those broadcasts. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't joined us for the Christmas Marathon sale before, this is our third one. And it's always, it feels like it looks like it's a long day, but it like really flies by. It goes by super fast. So it's a lot of fun. And I know Miss Kim and Karen G and Ruthie B are helping us bid end that day. Those ladies are amazing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. I am going to get the screen set up and we're going to get to rolling. I brought mostly fall kind of stuff. This was like the end of my fall stuff and a little bit of Thanksgiving. I know Thanksgiving in between Halloween and Christmas doesn't get enough love. So I brought a couple Thanksgiving things tonight. But I'm going to start with some shakers, and they are squirrels, squirrel friends. And they are pretty darn cute. Although, you know, I think squirrels are fall critters, but I really think that they are cute for every day. So both of them are good condition. All right. And I do not know the maker for these. I could not actually find these squirrels. So I'm not entirely sure who the manufacturer is. And they are just stamped hand painted or hand decorated on the bottom. So I'm not really sure who the manufacturer is of these little guys, but they're very cute. And there's no chipping to either one, no cold paint that you have to worry about. So everything is glazed on. He is carrying his big old acorn like a football. I'm here for it. And this one here, it looks like he's trying to maybe can I just have that? Can I have that?
Just a little bit.
It looks like he's trying to steal that big old acorn from the other one. But there's no chipping on either one. There is just a little bit of crazing present in the glaze for them. And this one does not have a stopper on the bottom, and this one has a cork. So that one has a cork on the bottom, but the other one is missing. So if you did actually want to use them as shakers, you would have to replace the one. Nikki, it's at 16. I see you're 15, but it's at 16. I got it. Okay, got it. No worries. I know what you meant. But otherwise, they are good shape. 3 1/4 by 3 1/2 and 3 1/2 by 3 is the size there. So let's count them down. We are looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No worries, Nikki. All right. And there's the nutty bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Nikki, they're coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $24. And I'm going to follow you with my shakers that I have this evening. So $24. I believe these are made by Lefton. I'm pretty sure Lefton made these. Amy, if you know differently, please let me know.
I'm pretty sure they are Lefton as well.
Pretty sure they
usually did more of those minty green things than some of the other ones did, but
they did. Now, these have little round Japan stickers on the bottom, which leads me to believe that they would be made by Lefton. No chips or cracks. There's only a little smidge of black cold paint missing right here on Santa's boot. That's very easy to fix. Sometimes with the black on the boots, I like to consider that he walked through some snow. So they are in good, clean condition outside of that little speck of black paint wear. And we have Mr. Santa himself there. He is a 2-hole shaker. So he's a 2-hole shaker. Excuse me. You can see they have those original stoppers. They're sort of like that soft rubber style stopper. And they both come in right around 3 1/2 inches tall. So right around 3 1/2 inches tall. When it comes to shakers in the figurines, for some reason, I really like when they do Santa's eyes like that. I'm a sucker for the kitschy eyelashes, but I really like when they do Santa's eyes like that.
The simple eyes.
Now, Mrs. Claus, they could give her some eyelashes, but I like when Santa is done like that. So you can see that he has 3 packages in the bag there. All the cold paint is in good condition. Mrs. Claus has no condition issues. I will say, though, I do believe she has like a little nugget of salt left in her, but I did not want to try to remove it because if I do, I'm pretty sure that stopper is going to disintegrate. So when you get her, you'll hear that there's a teeny tiny little nugget of something rattling around in there. And I think it's just a little piece of salt, and I'm sure it won't harm it in shipping. And she has her little mitten there. I always pretend like she's handing Santa his mittens, or
don't forget your mitten, dearie.
Get your mitten, dearie. Just don't be late. Don't be late. Why does she have a British accent for some reason?
I don't know. She does.
I feel like Mrs. Claus is definitely British. I don't know why.
Like Mrs. Doubtfire. That's what I picture herself.
Yes, I agree.
Would you like a cup of cocoa?
Like Amy said, I do love the mint, almost the jadeite kind of green that they use. So if you are one of those folks that likes to decorate your kitschy shakers with your kitchenware, they're going to look great with your McKee, your jadeite, all that, Fire King, all that great stuff. So again, no condition issue to her. She is the 3-hole shaker. And the only thing that I could find wrong with these is that Santa's boot has 1 or 2 little specks of black paint that's missing. So let's go ahead and count her down. I see you, Caroline, in at 24. We're looking for 25 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. And again, these are from the 50s or the 60s. And I do believe they're made by Lefton. So 25 or more, counting down, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 25 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so right there, Gavin. Absolutely.
Help is on the way, dearie.
Oh yes, hello. I like when he sticks his head in the pie. Remember that, so he doesn't get figured out. So, all right, Caroline, they're coming to you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And now I just have Mrs. Doubtfire in my brain for the rest of the sale. I love that movie anyway.
I do too.
All right, I have some Thanksgiving postcards. These are both antique postcards. I love these. I just normally don't see them this colorful. So I have two different ones to choose from. And this is the first one, and I'm calling this one Acorns. I loved the beautiful fall leaves on this one, and friendly turkey. Sometimes the turkeys on these can get kind of like scary. I don't know, or there's a pilgrim chasing after it. But I just really liked the imagery on this one. Now this one is fully embossed. It does have a little bit of gold applied to the base. This one is a USA manufactured card. It does not have a postmark on the back, but it does have some writing and an X'd out 1-cent stamp. But it does have writing on the back. But this one, I liked the fall leaves and the acorns. So this one I'm calling Acorns with the Thanksgiving greeting. And the second one is a Made in Germany card. And I also liked the imagery on this one. Also highly embossed on this one. And this one I'm calling Fruit because it does have kind of fruit and some wheat up here. And I really liked that border in the background. And there he is, gobble, gobble. I can't do the turkey gobble as good as Jason does. But it's printed very, very tiny down here. Copyright 1912 by Heyman. And it is printed in Germany. On the backside, this one does not have a postmark either, but there is the series. So there's a whole series of Thanksgiving postcards that they produced for this one. Both of them I just liked. I like me some antique Halloween, Valentine's, Easter, all the things postcards, but I do like, gotta give a little love to the Thanksgiving, just a little bit. All right, I see KP's in there at 6. Thank you so much. Hi, Diane. We're looking for 7 or more on choice. This one is Acorns, the USA, and this one is Fruit, the German. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I was going to try and gobble, and it didn't come out. It didn't.
There we go.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm sure
Tina like wishes, a rooster, but I can't gobble like a turkey.
I'm sure Tina wishes I couldn't.
Miss Deborah, your 8 did come in after the bid end. So KP, which one, or would you like both? Let me know if you want acorns or fruit.
She wants the fruit German,
please. Fruit, the German one. You got it. And Miss Deborah, I know you came in after the bid end, but if you want the acorn one for 6, just let me know down in the chat. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. $10 choice, Amy. $10 choice. And these are going to be offered up individually. So I have 2 of each color. And if somebody just claims one, I will make sure that the high bidder gets the best looking one, although they all look about the same. So $10 choice, and I have 3 different colors of these 1950s flocked or glittered Christmas trees. If you guys collect ceramics, these are the ideal size for your shopper girls. These are also the ideal size for some putz houses or a village. So the first is one here. I have 2 of them identical, and they have, they're either garnished, they're all garnished with little mercury beads, or they're garnished with glitter, or you can see they're garnished with that old school kind of snow, okay? These are pretty sought after style trees. These are kind of the highest style trees that you could get without them being any larger. These are 4 1/4 inches tall. Thank you, Ryan. I see you're 10. So they're 4 1/4 inches tall. And the first two I'm going to show you, they are reading very gold. I think they're supposed to be white, but until they detailed them out, they gave them this gorgeous gold kind of look about them. Then the second one that you can choose from, and again, remember, you're not getting both, you're just getting one. So if you wanted one of each, you'd claim, a gold, a green, and a red. Or if you want all 6, if you want a variation, whatever. So the second version that we are showing is the green one with the flocked style snow. And then the other one hinges between a red and a pink, depending on what kind of light that it's in. So most of them are stamped Japan, some are not. So we'll start with the red one, because I can show you that one is stamped Japan. So they have a wooden base that is painted gold. They are your traditional bottle brush tree, and it is a very, very vibrant red, almost hot pink kind of color. And then you can see they added some like tin little accents and details. They have like little mercury beads added in to kind of mimic ornaments. And some of them have 4, some of them have 2, some of them have 3. They just kind of have a mishmash when it comes to ornaments that are added to them. So that's your first one. That's kind of the red or the gold. The one that was behind it on the tray that I showed you. Here, this one is. And again, they're in really, really good condition. And this one has the silver glitter on it. So hopefully that's reading.
I love that chunky glitter.
I do too. It is that great early 50s glitter. And then you can see that one has like 2 gold little mercury balls in there. And then each tree seems to have 2. This one seems to have, the red one seems to, or the pink seems to have 2 of those like metallic style stickers that are put on there. And then this one is your green one. And you can see that it has that older style flocking almost on it, the older style snow. You can see they kind of put a few more of the mercury balls inside of the green one. Not all of them are stamped, but this one is stamped Japan. Again, about 4 1/4 inches tall. Here's your second green one. This one was behind. And again, when it comes to claiming them, if you just claim one, whoever the high bidder is, I'll make sure that you get what I think is the one that is puffed up the best or looks the best, and then we'll go downward. But honestly, they're all in the same condition. Then this one is the gold one or white, depending what you want to say. You can tell it's more white on the underside. You can see it's marked Japan. And this one has the little foil stars on it, and it has a few other of the little here, let's see here. You can see it has one of the little mercury ornaments there on the inside. And this one also has some green mixed in. They have all sorts of different great colors. And this is the one that was behind. This one just has fun gold glitter on it. So we're in with our cousin Terry Tucker, and at 12, thank you. So we're looking for 13 or more, and I'll put them back on the board the way I showed them to you. We're looking for 13 or more, and we have 6. There we go. That looks good. We have 6 of them to choose from. And again, you'll either claim gold, green, or red, and then how many you want. So 13 or more, just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 13 or more. The bid end from Karen G. And again, most of them are stamped Japan. They're in pretty similar condition. And then we have either gold, green, or red. And like I said, in lights, the gold is really like a white, and the red is like a pink. So, Beth, I saw you in there for 13. Ryan had just in case of 17. So there is our bid end. So at 14, Ryan, sir, you get first choice. Again, we'll choose gold, green, or red. Beth, you'll have backup at 13, and then we'll work our way backwards. And again, we have 2. Oh, God, they fell everywhere. Thank God they're trees.
Rumble in the jungle.
Thank God they're trees and not ceramics. So Ryan, let me know. Did you want one of each? Did you want two of a color? And again, as I lined them back up, it was like a domino. One went down, they all went down. Goodness gracious. So thank God they're trees. 2 gold, 2 green, please. All right, sir. So those are yours. And I did read that right. Yep. 2 gold and 2 green. So Ryan, those are yours. Thank you so much. Exactly, Lisa. Exactly, Willie. So back up at 13. Beth, were you interested in 1 or 2 of the red, or we'll call them red, or I'm calling them red for this sake, but you can see where they sort of read a very hot pink. So Beth, were you interested in the remaining red ones? And if you pass, it goes back to Terry Tucker. So Beth, were you interested in these? And that would be 13 each. Perfect. Yes, 2 red. Beth, they're yours. Thank you so much. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right. And yeah, I think probably an hour and a half, maybe closer to 2 hours, like kind of in between there. Usually that it's about that usually when we have 10 rounds. So that's what I would anticipate. But then we have a couple things after that too. So we'll still be on. Just the sale part will be done. All right, I have a larger bisque dolly for my next round. And what I can tell you about her is I brought her to the Lansing Doll Show with me a few weekends ago, and she did not have a dress. So I specifically was looking for a little outfit for her. And this is another kind of doll. Mary Myers, I think that's what it says on the tag, a little pinafore and a dress. So I found this at the show and it fits her really well. It has little buttons that go down the back and a little snap for the pinafore. And I think it fits her really nicely and it kind of fits her kind of style as well. And she is coming along with this little brooch. Now I'm going to be fully transparent with this brooch. I bought this from Brooke and I thought it was much larger. Maybe I didn't read the description because I was like, oh, that would look good on my new hat, this hat that I'm wearing. And then I got it and it was so tiny and I was like, oh, I wanted something a little bit bigger. So this was what I ended up finding a couple weekends ago to go on it. But I thought it looked really cute on her dress. It kind of dressed her up for fall time. And it is a beautiful brooch too. It has kind of Aurora Borealis right there in the center. And then it has kind of amber rhinestones that go in the center, and then it has like little champagne ones that go on the outside edge. So you could totally take that off of there and wear it. It just has a very simple like little C clasp on there. It's a perfect fall little brooch, and it would fit like if you have a point of a collar for a lapel, it would fit like really nicely right there. But I thought she looked cute with it as well. So this is a much larger bisque dolly. She measures 6 1/4 inches tall by 4 1/4 inches wide at her little arms. She does have jointed arms that you can pose her. Maybe you want to pose her with both of her arms up. You can do that. So she just has little jointed arms, frozen legs. All right. And there's her little belly. So she can stand on her own. I don't know if we're going to get to do that. I don't want a tree situation to happen. She can stand. She can stand without the aid of a dolly stand. And she is marked Japan. So it's underneath the little snap. So there's a little marking that says made in Japan on the back of her. And she has that glowy girl style face with those big old hand painted eyes with lashes for days. She's very, very cute. Miss Caroline, I see you. Thank you so much. And there's no chipping to the bisque at all. She's really nice condition. I can't really say that there's much issue with her at all. She's just darling. So let's count her down. We're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
And each time you see one of these, they always look a little different.
They do. Yep.
So cute.
All right. I see just in case from Caroline. She didn't need it. There's Karen's bid end. All right, Caroline, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. This is going to start, and I'm going to bring the price down. I just noticed something. So this is going to start at 40, Amy. It's going to start at 40. All right. Apparently, this is a pretty hard to find piece of kitsch. It's an Arnart skunk planter, and I just noticed there's a little nip here on the ear. Okay. So if this was a few years ago, this would be like a $125 planter. I didn't notice it when I bought it, but I just noticed it under my light. There is a little chip on the ear there. So, but it's still a hard one to find. And if you are into the bow tie gang or you're into the kitsch and skunks, this might be for you. So $40 if anybody is interested. I did note that little chip to the ear. There might be a little bit of paint wear. I've seen one of these one other time, and trust me, a lot of the black paint was missing. This little guy's black paint is almost perfect. He does have a little scratch right there that you can see. A little bit might be missing, a little bit on the ear, and maybe a little bit around the tail. But he is a planter, and he is this fun little skunky guy with those eyelashes for days, with his fun little white polka dot bow tie. And this is one of those bow ties that probably would have gotten damaged or chipped. You can see how it kind of protrudes out a little bit. So I did my best to clean the inside. I do believe at one time somebody did use this as a planter. Inside, there are a few extra tidbits, nips of extra porcelain, but that is glazed over. And of course, that's on the inside. And you're so right, William. That is all he needs, is a little flower over there. But again, I didn't even notice it till right now. And it is a tiny, tiny little chip, but it is a pretty hard to find piece of kitsch. Little skunk friend sort of scurrying across the front of the planter. So you can see here are the sides. There's the inside. I did my best to clean it out, and he has marked Japan here on the bottom. So I'll give you some measurements on little skunk friend. The skunk is about 4.5 inches across. So I don't know why I always still hold it up to my head like we've done for years, but that gives you an idea. So it's about 4.5 inches wide. It is about 3 3/4 inches tall, and that's at the tallest part of the tail. And then it's coming in about 3 inches deep, and that's from the tip of the bow here to the back of the planter. So these planters are fun, especially since they're flat back. You can back them in against the wall if you want to. You can use them to hold things. And this is one of those fun planters that if you needed to build your display, you could put something over the top, put skunks on top, and he would sit in your hutch beautifully. So I do love the fact how unique he is. He's very three-dimensional on front of the planter. Now, there is some paint under, there is some coloring here, so it might be looking white. There we go. If I hold it, you can see where they did give him a flesh tone face. So you can see where it is kind of creamy, versus just the plain white in the back. And that is all glazed over. He has blue eyes. He or she has blue eyes. And then you can see those twofers in there, some red paint around the mouth, and eyelashes for days. So super cute, harder to find piece of kitsch. Usually on other platforms, they ask more than this. And if this was a few years ago, they used to go nuts on these. And this would have probably been well over $100 at one time. So
there's a chain family that matches that one too.
There is. And this is one of these little skunk friends that, is definitely going to look very, very kitschy in with your other one. So again, I can't believe I missed that. I'm trying to feel to see. Yeah, it's not glazed over. That's definitely a little chip. So other than that, he's in very good condition. And for the $40, it takes that into consideration. So we're going to put him to the side, and we'll bring him back during the recap. Back to you, Amy.
I've never come across that one a while before.
Only saw him once online.
Never. All right. I have a stife. I don't get to say that very often. I have a little stifey squirrel friend tonight, and I treated myself to a stife Bambi at the doll show. So this guy is coming out of my personal collection because I've been wanting a Bambi for a really long time, and I've had this squirrel for a few years. So I thought I would offer him up tonight, and he is a nice old one. He is completely mohair, all right, on his body, and his name is Possy, Possy, Possy the squirrel. They did do lots of different squirrel variations. This is the smallest version that you could get of him. And he does have his little stiff ear button right up there in his ear. So that is still present. There would have been a little paper tag that would have had his name on it somewhere where in the belly. This one didn't have the name tag left on it when I got him. And he just has the fluffiest little tail, and that is attached to his body. There's a little string there that kind of attaches it. There's not armature in there, so you can't pose the tail. You can't really pose him other than how he is made already. And he's got tiny little whiskers, tiny little plastic whiskers, just the cutest thing. He is 5 inches tall by about 4 inches. So 5 inches tall and about 4 inches width-wise. And this is coming later, but I don't know. I always like these nut tins with the squirrels. I don't know why. I just like that for a display. But he is really nice condition. Sometimes with these mohair, it can get holes in it. He does not have any holes. He is nice and clean. Not really seeing much issue with him. And he doesn't really have any fading. Now his eyes, I can't believe, these are plastic. The earliest version of him would have little tiny glass eyes, but these are tiny little plastic eyes. Square. There's Perry the squirrel would come with a little acorn, a little felt acorn in his paws, but this one does not come with anything. He's just little. He's very, very little, and I have to keep my stiff away from Parmesan because he would murder this. He would. So I have a very tall shelf in my craft room that I keep these little things way high up on that he cannot get to. Otherwise, he would murder the squirrel. All right, Miss Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. We are looking for 29 or more on the stiff posy squirrel. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I can't make a squirrel noise either.
That I can't. Can't help you there, Amy.
I can't do that one. Like he's chewing on a nut. I don't know. That's the best I got. All right. There's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Nikki, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$30. And you're getting both of these. So in essence, they're $15 each. Or you're buying one and getting one for free. These are very hard to find. One is unused. The other one is used. Okay. So if you guys are into
so this is for the pair.
You're getting them both. Yes, for 30.
Okay.
Yep, both for 30. One of them is used. One of them is not used. There is some wear to the covers. And these are very hard to get because these were coloring books. So the youngsters actually used these and disposed of these. In all of my years of collecting vintage Christmas, this is the first time that I've ever had one of these large oversized activity books or coloring books. And they're both made by Whitman. So the first one here is from, it has the Roman numeral. So it's from 1954. So this one is your unused one. Okay. This one is just as cool, but this one is going to be more for you to junk journal with, maybe put into your background. And I think the graphic is phenomenal. And this one is from 1953. So these large books can be very, very collectible. They are both flocked. So we'll start with the one that is not used. So this one and the other one, both of Santa's hats are flocked. Okay. So they are made by the Whitman Company. So they're made by the Whitman Company. And I believe this Florence Sarah Winship, she's a very popular illustrator, and she really did really good with Christmas stuff. So this is a coloring book. So you can imagine the pages on the inside have that typical like tan or browning or yellowing kind of look to them. And this one is unused. What's fun about this one is that then you can trim your tree with the items on the back. So these were supposed to be cut out and they were supposed to be put on your Christmas tree. So how kitschy is the little snowman there in front of the gingerbread house? And this one says, have a yummy Christmas. So have a yummy Christmas. And then we have Santa. We have like a kitschy little dog friend. Then we have the real Super kitschy one, all aboard for a Merry Christmas. We have the dog with the train. Then we have ourselves a little bear, which actually looks like that Cupid bear, I think. Little girl with the poinsettias. So this is all unused. So again, $30. You're getting them both. So it makes it $15 each. So Santa's heading out. At Christmas time, he has his watercolors in there for the youngsters. So this is your front page. That's what your front page looks like. Again, I flipped through this. It didn't look like any of the pages were used. And again, it's from Whitman Publishing Company. And this one's from 1954. Thank you, Karen. These are very difficult to find because youngsters always use them. So you guys could photocopy these, scan these, use them if you want to. Here it helps you. It tells you how to make a little sled or a little sleigh. So that would be your tiny little sleigh. So you're supposed to cut that out, or you could lay cardboard on top of it and create yourself a little sleigh. We had the little fella there actually playing with the sleigh. I love how it goes, shows you something. And then we'll just quickly show you a couple pages here. I want to be careful because I don't want to rip anything. Then here you have the big candy cane. You have the Christmas surprise. All these pages were supposed to be fun little coloring books. So there is just a little wear to the covers. Nothing major. Back here is your nativity scene. So there would have been little sections where you could have cut out the nativity and then you could have placed it in there after you colored it. So again, these are from the 1950s. So this says color the figure and cut them out. Put a string through the hole at the top of each. So these were supposed to be created and then turned into little ornaments for the Christmas tree. So again, an activity book, double-sided, because the one side has the ornaments that you would have cut out and put on the Christmas tree. So there is your front page. And that alone, I think, is frameable. You could even put it in the back of your display if you wanted to. I think that's your true 1950s Santa. Karen, thank you so much for the 30. This one is the one that is used. So we're looking for 31 or more. This one has the same graphics on both sides, okay? The same graphics on both sides. There were some inserts in this one, and they're sliding out. I'm going to leave them. Actually, these were little things for youngsters to do. I'm leaving them on the inside. So that'll be a mystery to whomever gets it. But this one here, you have to assume that it's really, really used, okay? And this one says it's from 1953. So you can see that actually there on the inside, a few of these pages, I don't want them to tear anymore. They were torn. I hate showing some books like this because I don't want anything to happen to them. So there is tearing to the inside of that one. But I couldn't let this one behind because
the cover's really good on that one. I wouldn't have left it either.
So good, you guys. And Santa's hat is flocked, okay? Flocked on just one side. You can see where he's kind of like painting, kind of like snow on the windows. He has the old world style candles. The graphic is just phenomenal. But yes, on the inside, there is some tearing to the pictures. And you probably are just going to want to use this one for display. But like, for example, look at the snow people on top of the mantle.
Oh my gosh.
With the little kids there. This is just one of those things. So basically, when it comes to the pricing, it's buy one, get one free. And when I opened this is what sold me on the one that was damaged. So if you didn't like the cover, look at the anthropomorphic or the man in the moon.
So good.
So you end with the man in the moon. So you have to imagine the moon is kind of looking down at Santa there in the window. So we're looking for 31.
It definitely was worth saving.
It's good. I mean, I don't know what else folks could do with these coloring books except to just kind of display them. I know that for a while there, folks were dying to get their hands on old coloring books. I don't know if that's a dying fad or if folks still do it. So 53 is used. He is flocked. They both measure just about. Let me give you the measurements again, and we'll count them down. 11 wide, 11 wide, 15 tall. This one and none of the activities were done. And you're getting the back that's not even done. So this one's 54, 53. So let's count them down. We're looking for 31 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Kim, for jumping in there as backup. And again, I think they're really fun. And if you were trying to collect each year that Whitman put one out, you'd have 2 covered right there. So again, I think they're really neat. And these are really, these books, these big ones are so hard to find. So thank you so much, Kim. So Karen G, congratulations. They're heading to you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Karen. All right. We're going back to Turkey Town.
Gobble, gobble.
I have never been able to purchase this planter before. Usually I see the smaller version of this, and this is the big Tom turkey. And this is beautiful shape. It is beautiful condition too. This is made by Rulpo. Rulpo did some wonderful planters for every occasion. And I really like this turkey. And it's not just your typical standard brown. I like all the different colors that are in this too. It's got kind of like a sagey green. It's got yellow. It's got a little bit of purple, a little bit of pink in there, some brown in there, and some black striping. Like, it's very colorful. And the paint on it is spectacular. So the cold paint red for his up here, there's no paint loss to it. And there's actually no chips. There's no chips to this planter. And it does have like a little bit of discoloration on the inside, but I don't necessarily think that there was a plant in there. I don't really see signs that a plant was in there. Maybe something was stored in it, or maybe it had an artificial display in it. And look at that back tail feather. Just super detailed on the flowers for this. And it's a big boy. He measures 7 by 6 by 7. 7 by 6 by 7. It would make a great centerpiece. You could even put your silverware in there and pass him around the table. There's definitely enough room in there for all the silverware or napkins. I think, he could make definitely a statement. I don't usually pick up turkey things, but I don't ever see this planter. So I had to pick him up. And there is a smaller version that's probably about half the size that is a little bit more common. And there's also salt and pepper shakers that match him as well. So you can do a whole little tablescape with your turkey. All right, I see Miss Nikki's in there with a 24. Nikki Moss, hello. I got a share for you after the sale tonight, Nikki. All right, let's count down Mr. Turkey. We are looking for 25 or more on the Rulpo Japan mid-century. Gobble, gobble. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gabba-diddly, gabba-gabba-diddly. I still have that song stuck in my head from last week, Jason.
Yeah, that plays in my head at least once a month throughout the year.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Nikki, gobble gobble, coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $10 choice. $10 choice, and it's going to be choice on Shiny Brights. Please consider that they have the typical patina or wear to them, but the graphics on them are in very good condition. And these are the ones that have the like mica glitter on them, which is a very desired version of these. So I have 2 that I'm going to call gold, but in person, they kind of hinge on copper. So we'll call them gold though. And I have 2 that are pink. So the first one is this fantastic snow scene here of the deer in the forest with the trees. And again, there is some patina to it. So you can see there is a little discoloration around the top. Each one has its original USA Shiny Bright cap. So it's authentic. So these are double-sided. So if you guys are into deer or into like your winter scene, there you can definitely see the silhouettes of everything. And this one has that glitter. So when you feel it, you can feel that it's very, very three-dimensional. So sometimes these wear off completely, but all of the graphics on these are superb. So this will be your first choice at 10. Original 50s Shiny Bright. And these I'm going to call about the 3-inch diameter. Some folks call them 2 3/4. We're just going to call this the 3-inch. This is the very traditional size of Shiny Bright. So Thank you. I love the color too. So that's going to be your first one. And we're going to claim this one. We're going to call this one Scene, okay? Because this one is your deer scene. So thank you, Wanda. I see you in at 10. So this one is your scene. And again, there's not like a chunk of the scene missing on either side. This one, I really think of my kitsch friends when I see this one. This one, if you guys have some of the very kitschy style Swanky Swigs, they use the same style little duck on the Swanky Swig. So this one is the same color, and you can see it has that thicker kind of glitter on it. Let's get it to focus here. So it has the fun little ducky there with the building, like the little blocks. Clown alert, if folks don't like clowns, but I think that's a friendly clown. Then we have our little teddy bear. We won't spend too much
acceptable because he's a Christmas clown.
Yes, we won't spend too much time on the clown. I don't want to devalue my vintage. You can see there is some discoloration. This is probably my favorite side because we have the fun little toy boat, little sailboat there. We have the little youngster there playing with the hobby horse, and you can see how well defined each one of these little graphics are. Sometimes they weren't stamped the best. Look, you can even see the little horsey's eye. And then here you have little ducky friend again. And then we go around and around. So it's the same duck. All right. So that one we're going to call toys. All right. So those are your two gold choices. These are going to be your pink choices. This is one of my favorite little scenes here. And boy, does that pop on the pink.
Ooh, so we have that's a bright pink.
We have the, it would go well with like the trees that I offered. That's why I kind of added it all. So this one has the church with the little town scene. And then you can see it has like the little moon and the stars. So maybe you guys have some of those ones that are the planets, with Saturn and stuff. How fun would this one be, that shiny bright with this one, especially with the moon and stars? So again, you can see how well detailed these are. Please note there is some discoloration, like around the top, but that's typical patina to these, okay? So this one we're going to call, we're going to call this one Scene. I have them backwards. We're going to call, you think this is my first live sale. That one is Scene. This one is Deer. Duh, Jason. That one is Deer. So when you're claiming that one was the Deer, the Scene is the scene here on the gold one because of the pink one because of the church. Okay. And then this one is my personal favorite when it comes to the designs for Shiny Bright. I love the Merry Christmas Bell. It reminds me of all of the great movies. From the 40s and the 50s, it always had that bell ringing and saying Merry Christmas. So this is going to be your fourth choice, and this one we're going to call Mary, okay?
Mink says, when I was a kid, when I, quote unquote, helped my mom by washing the Shiny Bright glass ornaments and ended up with clear balls.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I remember when I was a kid, what I did for extra money, I would go to the Goodwill and buy these, but they didn't have anything on them. I was a kid, dipped them in Clorox, cleaned all the paint off, and then I filled them with potpourri, and then I sold them. My mom actually offered them up to ladies she worked with. That's how I had money for Christmas. So that was my big thing. So, again, oh my God, though, could you imagine wiping it off of these? Oh my goodness. So Wanda's still in at 10.
The paint off of a whole art Santa.
We're looking for 11 or more. And again, they're the 2 3/4 to 3 inch tall. So since I made this difficult, let's just do it in reverse here. So this one we are going to call Mary. It's pink. That one is Mary. The other pink one is going to be Scene. So it's the one with the church. So that one is Scene. Then the first gold one I showed you is going to be Deer because it has the buck deer in there. And then the next one is going to be Toys because they're all the little fun toys you get at Christmas time. So 11 or more for vintage original Shiny Brights. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 11 or more. The bid end from Karen G. And again, this one is going to be Deer Toys. Deer Toys. Mary. And then the other one with the church was Scene. So Wanda, right. Congratulations. Wanda. $10. Let me know which one or ones you were interested in. Again, this one is Mary. And besides, and they say Christmas greetings on there. But this one I called Merry. I don't know why I thought Merry Christmas. So you want Dear Scene and Merry. So those two, I had them in my hands. Those are yours, Wanda. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're on round number 6. Yes? Okay. Just checking to see where we're at. All right. This is could work for Christmas, could work for fall. Of course, I'm a deer lady year round, so I love these. Now, I don't collect the ones that are attached to the bases like this. I do have several that match this up here. I like the freestanding ones, although this is still adorable. And if I have to keep it, I might have to keep it. But I thought I would bring it and offer it since we are moving into the Christmas season. I think if you want to dress this up, you could tie red bows around here, maybe put a bottle brush tree and totally turn it into a Christmas thing. And then you can take the ribbons off and have them as everyday deer. This is made by Nesco. It does still have the foil sticker here on the bottom. Now, there's just a couple tiny little areas of paint loss on the tip of the tail and on the tips of the ears on both of them. And this is 100% airbrush cold painted. So there's nothing protecting the paint on this. I have seen these in really bad shape. This one is pretty darn good. Probably about the best that you can get for these. So somebody really liked this one and stored it well. That's my favorite deer face right there with those big old lashes. And then we got the little fawn hanging out on the stump with his little legs tucked underneath. And then there are a couple like little roses and kind of spaghetti grass that is applied down in here as well. So there's no chips or repairs on the whole thing, just a little bit of paint scratching. But for the most part, I would say the paint is pretty darn good, And there is a whole series of these attached to a base like this. There's one with a squirrel, one with a skunk, one with a deer, and then there is one with a rabbit. So there's 4 in the series that match these. There's also planters and chain families and standalone salt and pepper shakers, big mamma jamma deer back there. This one, the deer that's back there is about this much taller. It's huge. But there's a whole bunch of these little Nesco big-eyed deer is what I call them.
I've never seen this one before, ever.
It's very, very cute. That's what I think. Christmas time. Christmas time is the perfect time for these guys. But we'll bring that back. We'll bring him back. The recap, we'll get Jason going. And we're on round 6. So we just have a few more to go.
$45, Amy, and we're under a wind advisory. Tina just come down.
Wind advisory.
Yeah, it literally sounds like a tornado.
It was really gusty here yesterday, so yeah, you probably have the same system going through.
In the event there's an internet issue on my end, I'm just giving you a heads up. So, but $45, I'm parting with one of my pop-up books, okay? This one is in brand new condition. I don't think a youngster ever played with it. There are no condition issues to report. You can look on other platforms and find one cheaper or comparable, but it is not going to have the original box with it like mine does. And it's not going to have all the components like mine does. And mine is like brand new. So $45, if anybody is interested, let me start with the box. The measurements on this are 9 by 11 and a half. So first you get the original box. So this would have been the fun little gift box that Mr. Carey Kittens would have come in. So look at the side and all these graphics. So you have the little kitten sleeping.
So cute.
You have the little mouse, not a creature was stirring. So you get the fun box. So there's the graphics here. There's the graphics there. Here are the graphics on this side, which are a little bit different. So you have the cheese. You have our little mouse friend. And a lot of these colors on here are black, red, and pink. Okay, red, black, and pink. Look how surprised the little kitten is there. How cute is that with the little candy cane? So here's what the front looks like. It kind of gives a description on what the youngster is going to find.
I've never seen the box for this one.
The boxes are so hard to find for these pop-up books. So it says, guess what's in the box? It's a big surprise. It's all about something with big round eyes and a tail that grows out. From where he's sitting, well, Bless My Whiskers. It's Carrie Kitten in a book about Christmas with rhymes and toys and something that makes a terrific noise and other surprise about Santa too. So open the cover. It's all for you. So I think that's really, really fun and cute. You can look at the graphics. Look at Santa. You can see little kitten friend there. There's little kitten friend. So the box is fun. And you can even see how clean it is. It's not even split out. So I think this was actually never gifted to anybody. So you get the box with it. So let me sit that down. And then I could not find a date. I do believe this is from the late 50s, though. But some of these pop-up books, as we talk about, they never give a date. So basically, the stories about little kitten friend. Little kitten friend has some courage issues. So throughout the book, with Santa coming and Christmas, he gains some confidence, okay? So we'll just leave it at that. That's pretty much the story. So let's go ahead and show you the graphics here on the inside, which are phenomenal. So the first page here is the biggest pop-up part where we have little Whiskers, his little house, the little kitten friend. Look how fun the house is. Look how 1950s everything is there. We have the kids out sledding. We have the dog. We have the little mouse friend. And the illustrator on this was Jason Lee. So the story is by Beth Verdon, and then the illustrations are Jason Lee, okay? I don't know if that helps anybody. I have seen Jason Lee on some of the other pop-up books that I've had. So here's the beginning part, and we have little kitten friend who lives in that house. And then what the noise is there is a, can you hear the squeak in there? So the squeak does work. So that's what the surprise noise on the front is telling you, is that there's a little squeak in there. So then we have little friends here. Little kitten likes to hang out in the closet because, like I told you, the story is based upon the little kitten friend is very scared. He kind of hangs out in the closet, and they're like, hey, let's go get little kitten friend out of the closet. And that little door here, I don't want to bend it too far, but the door is what opens up. Let me see here. Like I said, this book's brand new. It opens up and the kitten's on the inside, okay? So the door hasn't even been bent to be opened. So little kitten friend is in there. Oh my God, look how cute this cat is. So there's our little kitten friend, Mr. Carrie Kitten. He's just finally out and about. He's peeking out the window with the children, as you can see, getting ready for the big day. Santa Claus is coming. Here, this page here, let me make sure I don't want to tear anything. This page here is the three-dimensional. It has a little spring on it. So we have our little spring there, and then this is supposed to be the toy, and you can make it bounce around. Again, I'm going to be very gentle with this because I don't want nothing to happen to it. But the book has never been used, never played with. No funky odors. What I love is, look at our little fish friend up there. He's kind of talking to mouse friend in the speaker of the little Victrola. The graphics on this is amazing. So like I say, everything is used. And this one here, to use that, it says, press the package and you'll know why Carrie was scared. I think he was scared because of the package. So then here's this page here. Some of the toys are tumbling out of the kids' room. Again, you have the fish. I don't know why the poor fish is out by itself, but there was a ruckus up in the kids' room.
Who has a fish in the closet?
Well, over here on this page, Amy, I was showing that the little fish was up in the kids' room, just kind of hanging out. I guess that was back in the day where you didn't have to put your fish in an aquarium. That's when they used to breed there. So
maybe it was a wall, like a mountain.
Could have been. Look, it even has a Victorian shoe tumbling down. I need to take a moment so you guys can see all these great 50s graphics. And little kitten there has like a
big old wheel of cheese.
Absolutely for your mouse. So then this page here, this is where you get your official badge. The official badge is right there. Can you see that you're supposed to peel that off? And you would have had that for your fun little detective badge. I think it's because because the cat ended up getting the fish out of the tank. That's what I pretty much remember when I read it. So again, there's that page. Then we're going to flip ahead to this one. I got to tell you, this is probably one of my favorite depictions of a snowman. Look at him. Isn't he just fantastic? Like, he's kind of got that like Red Skeleton. I'm sure somebody in my chat here remembers Red Skeleton. He kind of has that Red Skeleton kind of look about him when he used to play like the Drifter and stuff like that. So that's very reminiscent of the period. Again, don't you guys think they'd be Red Skeleton as a snowman? So here we go now. Little Kitten Friend's making his way home. Here, this page here is the 3D one. So Kitten jumps back into the chimney where Santa's supposed to be. There we go. There's little Kitten. And like I say, these pages aren't bent. Nothing is worn. Then he kind of bumps into the big man of the hour, who is actually putting all the presents by the tree. It even has the brave, because he's earned the fact that he's a brave little kitten. Look, that's a little detachable coloring book with a little plastic toy gun still on it. And the toy is still on it. And the coloring book was never used. Okay. So honest to Pete, you guys, this is one of my favorite pop-up books.
It's really good.
If you guys are into cats, if you guys are into kitsch, again, you can try to find this on another platform. You're not going to find it in this good of condition. The spine, the plastic isn't broke. Everything is accounted for. No youngster wrote in it. And you're getting the original box that it came in. Okay, so let's count it down. Thank you all for the bids. Nicole's in at 27. Guys, I want to tell you, if you're looking for this to add to your collection, you might want to use it just in case. I can't even believe I'm parting with it. So let's count it down. 48 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I took the book to the first Midwest Holiday Show to price it. I put it back in the box. I didn't want to part with it. Had it sat to the side for the marathon. Was going to take it to the show this time. Sat to the side. And when I was pulling stuff for the show tonight, I was like, it's time to part with it. Somebody needs to enjoy this because I'm just going to put it in a box. Just going to put it in a box. So thank you so much for the bid. And Karen G. Wanda had a just in case of 61. There, Timmy had a just in case of 55. But we had Wings in first right over Nicole. So Wings, you get it for $100 since you were the first one. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations.
And Nikki, your 102 did come in right after the bid end. I see it on both devices.
I'm telling you, it's even better in person. Thank you all for the bids.
Such a good, and it's so nice because it still had its box.
Yes, and I will say, Amy,
better protected when they have the box.
Amy, on our end, I see Wings first and then Nicole. On my phone, I see it the opposite way. Oh. How do you see it on your phone? I see we'll have to go by our check.
In StreamYard, I see Wings has the first just in case at 100, then Nikki, and the 102 is after the bid end.
Okay. On my phone.
Then on my phone, I see it. Okay, on my phone, I see Nikki has the first just in case of 100 over Wings.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a tough call. Jason, I'm going to give that one to you because I don't.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I
don't know which one.
I'm going to take a screenshot of it. We got to go by what we see because in all the years of doing this, it has to be by what we see in StreamYard by what we see, which is what we go by. Wings gets it for 100. Nicole, I'm so sorry. Nicole, if I find another one, I will message you. But Wings gets it, and I will take a screenshot. So Wings, Thank you. And Nicole, if I find one, you'll be the first one to get it. Thank you so much, gang.
Yeah, we have to go by StreamYard because like it's kind of both devices, and our phone is kind of like backup, if you will. Yes. Sometimes if the comments get filtered, that's why we have the phone as kind of a backup. But StreamYard is kind of the rule on that one. So congratulations. All right, I have. Let's see. So this is a little pairing. All right. So it's not just a little Nancy Ann. All right. I'm including a little something with it. So before I show that, this is a little Nancy Ann storybook doll, and she is number 55. She is from the American Girl series, really early one. She's number 55. Number 55. I don't think I've ever had any from this series before. And she does have her box. It just doesn't have the lid. but it has the little paperwork and the little cardboard insert to hold her in place. And so that means that she is very nice and clean. Little Quaker Maid is her name. She's got her little hat, and she's kind of dressed in like slate gray. And she is frozen bodied. Okay, so she just has movable arms. She does have her little arm band there that has her numbering on it, and she's got her little pantaloons and her shoes. All right, so she's really nice condition. But as it is Thanksgiving, after all, I'm including this fun turkey tally card with it. I had in my preview, I actually had them displayed together. I found this turkey tally card in somewhere in the middle of Ohio in like a huge that I dug through, and there was this turkey tally card, and it is unused. All right, so it's a nice Gibson tally card, just a fun piece of Thanksgiving ephemera, which I don't usually see. So I'm including that along with her. So I see Miss Nancy's in there at 16. Thank you so much. We are looking for 17 or more, and let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I have never seen a turkey tally card before, Amy.
I had not either.
So good.
All right, Nancy, I see you're just in case. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Nancy, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, excuse me, $55. $55. This is very difficult to find. If you guys collect spun heads from the 50s, you're going to know that to find these larger spun heads are very difficult to find, okay? Especially when they have these foiled cardboard wings that are in super good condition. Now, the only thing that is wrong, and a little dab of glue would fix it, is that this came detached right here. So where the back foil part of her halo attaches, I'm not sure if it's split. I don't feel like it did. I feel like it just needs a little dab of glue, okay? So if you just glue that on, it's going to be fine. So she is a very, very unique angel cone doll, okay? She's not a tree topper because she has the Japan covering the bottom. She is made of cardboard, and she is covered in this gorgeous, almost cream-colored silk. She has this gorgeous off-white, almost like grayish-green style Christmas tree. She has this gorgeous chenille style scarf around her and a huge spun head. I just think this is phenomenal. It's such a fun piece. And in one of her chenille, like bump chenille arms, she has a little Mercury candle in there. Those little Mercury candles are very hard to find, and to find them in good condition. So she's a nice, large, stately piece. She would look great in with your 50s style Christmas. Yes, 55 seems like a lot, but I am going to say that I collect some of the larger spun head pieces. And if you find one of these chenille just around Easter time, we were talking about them, if you would find one of the large Easter spun heads, you're going to pay $85 for one of them. So in putting that into perspective, you find one of the large spun heads, whether they're used for Valentine's Day, you're going to pay $65. So for an angel in this good a condition, I think $55 is a really awesome price for her. She measures about 8.5 inches tall, and she is roughly about 7.5 inches wide, okay? So the only condition issue is that back here, your foil or your metallic paper-coated halo is going to just need to be reattached right there with a little bit of glue. But look at that thick, chunky 1950s style glitter that they gave her. I
love that, the glitter hair.
For her hair. And then, of course, once you attach it, it'll be a little bit more taut to her head. The spun part of the head is super clean and very good condition. There's no issues to the wings. If somebody buys this and it goes with something else, this will be boxed in a box, and go inside with the other item. We do have a little bit of curling and a little bit of separation here on this wing, but that's minor. And it is just a phenomenal made in Japan piece. I've never had one like this before. Usually I have the smaller one. So
yeah, it's usually like this size.
Yes.
Like that size is what I usually see.
And then you can see where they actually ran like the rickrack down the front here. And there's a little bit of red details on that. You can see where they added the other glitter to it with the polka dots. And this is going to take a collector. This is going to be somebody who collects these style things to appreciate what they are. It is a very harder piece to find. You just aren't going to go find this over on eBay. And she's really, really clean. So there you can see, again, the chenille is used here around like a scarf almost on her. William, thank you. I see you're 55. Again, what I love is about the color of the tree, and that is not like aged. That's intentional. You can sort of see where it's like a little greenish to a little bit of like a gray.
It's like a goldy gray.
It is, and it just sets the tone for the full entire piece, along with the Mercury little candle. And if you have angels, and actually, William, I forgot, like the Holt Howard style angels, if you have some of them and you pop her in there, she's going to pull in with the spun heads and all. It's just going to be a fantastic look. And again, the body on her, she is a cone doll, and she's covered in like a satin kind of silk almost. And then in the back here, they ran glitter down the back. It's not a hobby. It's true on Japan. So we're looking for 56 or more. Look how clean that is too. No stains on there. So let's count her down. 56 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. William, you and I have the same taste when it comes to stuff because I love her. When Tina brought her own home, I about died. I've had, like I said, large spun heads before, but not a Christmas angel like this. So there's our bid end. And William, I couldn't think of a better home for her to go to. So thank you so much. Congratulations.
She will be among spun head friends.
She will have a lot of friends. Thank you. Thank you, William.
Really good. Really good. All right. I'm going to Kitchtown for my next round. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I
have had this bear bank before, but not the brown version. I had the white version, and I know who owns that. She's not here, but I have never run across the brown bear version of this before. Now, it is a bank. All right. So it is a bank. All right. So there's the coin slot. There is no stopper. It is made by UNESCO. And there is a polar bear version of this as well. Now here at the bow, there is the little loop there. So yes, there would have been chain babies attached to this at one point in time. They have went off to bear college, as we all know. But oh my goodness, I could not believe I got this over the weekend, not at the Midwest Holiday Show, at this kind of really weird indoor flea market kind of place that we've never been to before. And they were having like a Christmas open house. I got a Russian Santa and a whole bunch of other stuff. And this guy, I was unexpected because it was a place that we had never been to before. So it was definitely a fun day. I wish it had the stopper, but it does not. Now, this is also 100% cold painted, airbrush cold painted. All right. And there is a little bit of issue on his behind. Okay. Do you see this texture going on back here? I'm not sure if it was like stored the best. I didn't want to scrub at this to try and get it off because it was going to scratch the paint. So I left it in the condition that I found it. I mean, he's not in poor shape by any means, but there is a little paint loss on the very end of his little nub and tail. And I'll turn it to the back. And there is a little paint scratch right there as well. So I didn't really want to like scrub to it. Because I didn't want to remove any more of the paint. But I just have never. And this guy does not exist on the internet anywhere, nor does it exist with the chain babies. And nor does the polar bear. They don't come around very often. So I was very surprised to see it sitting there on He hasn't been using the Charmin mix.
Is that
really that would be really cute if you made some little tiny toilet paper rolls and kind of,
oh my God,
stacked it. That would be hilarious.
Was that where the woman kept yelling "winner, winner, chicken dinner"?
It was, yeah. Yeah. So they were doing door prizes at this place. And we, got our tickets when we came in the door. And I usually, for door prizes, they do it like maybe every half hour, every hour. They were doing it like every 2 minutes. And this lady was walking around the whole store with a megaphone. And every time she pulled out, she would go, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner." And it was like, it was going to be a little too much. We will bring Mr. Bear back. But yes, that lady's voice Saturday night, it was in my brain all night long. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We did not win a door prize either, which is a racket. It's a racket.
All right. This is going to be $40 choice. $40 choice. If you are into flocking things, if you're into mod things, if you're into things that are hard to find. I sold one of these years ago. I think they were sold by Lee Ward or Montgomery Ward. Okay. And they were kind of hard. They were expensive back in the day. So these are large, oversized, flocked ornaments. If you decorate for Christmas or the holidays in pink, not only is this a big pink mid-century ornament, but it has the flocked little dove on the inside. And it's very, very like 60s and 70s. It has the flocked fruit on the inside. And guys, it's so high end, and I mean this, that actually to hold it together, they use a metal nail to hold it together. I've sold this before, and to hold the little flocked fruit pieces onto the little dove, they actually use a nail. So it's this large mid-century ornament. They'd look great in a walkway. Then this is attached to the top. So this is sort of like a more of the flocked leaves that are used here on the inside. So it's a large, oversized ornament. They measure 10 inches. They measure 10 inches. Look at that mod 60s style flower on there. If you guys collect Flower Power, or you guys collect 1960s, or you decorate in pink, you guys know how hard it is to find pink ornaments, especially a light pink little dove in there in super good condition. And it's sort of like a partridge in a pear tree, okay? But it's a dove in a fruit tree, all right? So you have a little lime in there. You have a little apple in there. And then over here, you have a little lemon, all right? So this is going to be the first one, and they are identical. They have their original hang tags on the top. And then this is the other one. Now, this one has one or two little spots of flocking that have wear to them. And then there's a little bit of white here. So I don't know if it got against paint or something, but I'm going to let the new owner scratch that off. But it is on the back. So, and again, you can see I wasn't telling stories. That's how they have it attached with the nail. I've sold these before, so that's not some home jobby. And there it is. Look at the light pink dove in there. You have the flocked fruit, especially if you guys do the mod. You have the mod flowers that repeat on this 3 different times. And to find these pink Christmas-style ornaments are very, very difficult. We bought these over the weekend at Sweet Lorraine, and we were going to use them in our display in the dining room. We do red and pink, and they do not fit where we wanted them to fit. So that's why we have to sell them. So, I mean, we don't have to, but that's why we offered them to sell, because they're not going to hang and fit where we want them to fit. So, again, everything is in pretty good condition, considering flocking ornaments can have a lot of discoloration. These are really, really clean, and they are right out of the 1960s. And darn it, I can't remember what the tag said on the ones that I sold a few years ago in a live sale, but it was one of those companies where it was a higher end. So it would have been a higher end piece. It's not something you'd have bought at the 5 and dime. This is a very, very, very hard plastic that has flocking on it. So it's not something that you can really flex all that much. Like, I'm squeezing it and it barely wants to move. So, and again, it is that very hardcore mid-century atomic style ornaments. Pardon me. And outside of this, and the ones I sold before, I've never had one before or seen one. So 10 inches they measure. They have their original little hanger. They have their original greenery here. Was it Lee Ward's wasn't Lee Ward's. I think it was. I forget if it was Lee Ward's or Montgomery.
There's Lee Ward's, like the craft store that Michael's took over.
Yes.
And then there's Lee Ward's Japan, which is totally different.
Yes. And I think that these were in conjunction with the Japan, because I have a Lee Ward ceramic piece that's coming up for the marathon. Yeah. And I believe that's what was on it. And when it came from that company, you could tell that they were just higher quality. And I know $40 might seem like a lot, but when it comes to these flocked pieces, they don't come around that often, especially in this colorway. So one more time, 10 inches, very mod. If you're trying to do a mod 60s style Christmas display, this, you don't get much more than that, with the fruit pieces in there. That one was the one that has a little bit of white paint that's on it. I'll let the new person, because I think if you take it, it might take the flocking off. And then this one was the first one that I showed you guys. And again, even if you had like a little ornament hook and it could spin a little bit, I mean, you don't get much more mod than that. And honest to Pete in there. All right, we'll put them to the side. We'll bring them back for the recap. Thank you so much.
Okay. I have an angel for my next round, and she is a November angel. Although she is pretty every day, but she does have November on her dress. And manufacturer for her is Nippon Yokoboki. Although it's a little smeared, that mark there, but it's a laurel wreath with a little clover on the inside. So that's Nippon Yokoboki, or Yokobeki, however you want to pronounce it. There's no chipping to her. She's in really nice condition. She does have the little halo up in her hair. I like she's got a high ponytail going on. She's got her little bouquet, little gold on her wings. So no repairs, no chips, just a little bit of crazing that I can see in the glaze. And we'll turn her to the back. And I like that they did these little sculpted kind of swirlies and flowers in the dress for her little molding there. And then the little pops of yellow that go throughout the pleating of her dress. I just think she's really lovely.
I love her.
She's not usually like the Left and Napco ones. They will have a turkey. They will have a cornucopia of stuff, a bountiful fruit thing going on. But I like that she is just simple with her little bouquet of yellow flowers. I really liked her. She was different. I don't usually come across this series of the month angels. I don't. I think maybe I've come across a Valentine one, I'd want to say, and maybe a March one, but I've never seen any of the other ones. And I don't actually remember where I even found her. I cannot remember. Probably sometime over the summer, I feel like, is when I picked her up. And she does not have like the high glaze on her face. She's more of that matte finish, which I like. And then they just did the high glaze on the dress and the wings. Good for a November birthday, or good for the month if you do a little decoration, or a special date for November. I don't think that these necessarily have to be for birthdays. I think that they can be for anniversaries or special occasions or whatever. They don't have to be just for birthdays.
You're right.
William, if you get the Nippon Yokoboki tattooed on your arm somewhere, I want to see it.
Oh my God.
You got to send it into Fantastic Find so we can share it. But we'll go ahead and move on. And we have one round after this one.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep. $22, Amy. And I have some glass mercury garland. This is a pretty desired color. This is it's going to read gold on your screen, okay? But I'm going to try to show you. There we go. Now you can sort of see it come in. This is called the lime green. Also, it started a few years ago. They started to call it the Grinch green color, okay? So on the screens, they might be reading gold, but on my screen now, you can sort of see the green coming through. So these are in lime green, which is a very desired color. They're about the string comes in at about 7.5 inch to close to 8, because there are some that are broke. Also, what makes this collectible is it's a double bead. So each little strand is a double bead. So it is not gold. It is in the chartreuse lime green, they call it. And for a while there, it was referred to, if you looked it up on eBay, they were calling it the Grinch color. There we go. Now you can see some of the gold coming out of it. and the green coming in. So hopefully you guys can see that. Amie, on your screen, does it read that it is sort of the lime green color?
It does. It shows like that lighter green to me rather than gold or the darker green.
I am just concerned because if it wasn't that, it would be a lower start. It is at $22 because this lime green color is a very sought after color, because it doesn't, but it kind of has that glow in the dark kind of feel to it. So when everybody was into the glowing glass, this color became very, very popular. There are a few that have a break, not many, just maybe a few, maybe 3 that have little cracks or breaks to them. It has a paper tip, but I feel like somebody either made paper tips or at the factory, that's what they were doing. Usually they're wafers. I feel like, somebody made a new tip for that end. And I believe this is an original tip because I've had them squared and that one is thicker. So I do believe that one might be original, but I just don't know. So again, Amie, Nikki wants your November Angel if she can claim.
Yes, ma'am, you got it. Thank you so much, Nikki.
So again, it is the double bead. So it is a double bead. A few are broke. Why is my camera not focusing tonight? So there we go. And I kind of have it held like this. You guys can see that's a full entire strand. And it is if you look it up online, if you guys want to know, you can look it up, and it's called lime green is what they call it. I used to call it chartreuse. And then for a while, they were calling it the Grinch green color. So again, this is Mercury beads. Again, they're not going to get any cheaper the closer we get into Christmas. If you are looking for a fun retro mod style color, I think this lime green is a really, really good color. So, and again, it is strung here on the string. And these are probably from the 40s or the 50s. Mercury glass. A few are broke. They are the double beads. They're the double beads. And $22 is a start on them. There we go. Now you can see.
This is one color of mercury beads that I don't run across very often.
No, you don't.
Red, I find the most often. Silver, gold, and pink, actually. And blue, but I very rarely see this lighter green.
I don't know, and I've been holding some Mercury Garland. I don't know that folks want them on a live anymore, so I don't know. I remember years ago, people went nuts when we offered it. I don't feel that no more. But again, and how long is it, Minx? I'm going to say about 7.5. When I measured it,
7.5 feet.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 8, but I think some of it, I want to say it's more toward the 8. So I have on my notes 7-ish to 8. So I don't want to tell you 7.5 and have you think that a whole half foot of it was broke. But when you're measuring these on your own, that's the best that I can help you and tell you the honest to God's truth. It's somewhere in between 7.5 and 8, but it hinges more on the 8 side. So maybe 7 3/4. So again, they are the double beads. So these are double beads in here. Come on, camera, work with me here. So there's a double bead, and they are not gold. They are what they're calling the lime green, chartreuse. And if you go into your Google search and you put in Grinch, I guess they thought that it was as close to maybe what the Grinch's color would have been, although it's not. So for some reason, when people were saying Grinch, they were paying crazy. They were paying $100 a strand a few years ago. So, and please keep in mind that a few of them are popped, okay? But maybe just a small handful. I can only really see 3 or 4. So let's count them down. Thank you, Minx. I see you're 22. Looking for 23 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 23 or more. And now there's a loop in it, which we'll get that out before we ship it. That's what I was trying not to do. I have no patience when it comes to undoing like Christmas lights and stuff. So we will get that untangled.
Like Clark W. Griswold.
Oh my God. If he'd have handed me
the reindeer and Santa in the front.
If he'd have handed me what he handed him, that knot. Thank you, Minx. They're yours. And I'll get this out. We'll get this out right here.
Get the knot out of this for us.
I got to go. What did he say? I got to go like feed the hog. I got to go.
Yeah.
All the excuses he had.
Oh, I got a homework to do. Yeah.
Feed the
All right.
hog.
This will be our last round, you guys. Last round. I did show this a little bit earlier, but I have this antique. Ooh, almost. Next year it'll be antique. So 99 years old nut tin. So it's in pretty good shape for how old it is. And I love the graphics on here. It is copyright 1926. EF Kemp, all right, is the manufacturer. So originally 1 pound of nutty goodness in here. I would eat all of those. I love all of those. Pecans are my favorite, truth be told. So there is a little wear. Okay, there's a little scratching to the graphic here on the front, but overall really nice on the sides. I like that they did all the outlines of the nuts on the tin, and it does have some kind of deco lines that go around. Salted mixed nuts on one side and plain there. Here's the bottom. Now, there's minimal like rusting patina or anything on the outside. There is a little bit going on the inside, but it does not transfer through the bottom. The most is kind of like in that corner right there. And that does tend to happen from tins from this age. That does tend to happen. And there's not any on the lid. So it's just kind of contained to the inside, which it doesn't affect the outside at all. So here's the bottom again. There's a teeny little bit up in that corner, but not really. I don't think that is bad at all for 1926. Measurement for the tin is 6 by 3.5 by 3. So 3 this way, 3.5 lengthwise, and then nice old good size of 6 inches on this. And I did show this like earlier. That's what I just think of, like a cute little riser for your squirrels. That's what I would do with it anyway. If I didn't have a Parmesan, that's what I would do with it. All right, let's count it down. I see both Caroline and Miss Deborah in at 16. Caroline's got the first 16 in there, so we're looking for 17 or more on the nut tin. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I like to craft with nut tins, but I could not bring myself to craft with this one.
They look so real too. It makes you hungry.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's the nutty bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Deborah, I saw your just in case of 18, but Caroline had a just in case of 39. So Caroline, it's yours for 19. Thank you so much.
All right, $10 choice. $10 choice. It's going to be choice on Santa girly candles. They're all the same, except I think in 1 or 2 places they weren't stored properly. So we'll say maybe it distorted his face a little bit, but they still display beautifully. So this one's going to be A, but it's going to be known as face, because I think when he was stored, I think right there might be just a little indent right there to the center of Santa's face, okay? So this will be your first choice, and this one's going to be letter A. $10 choice. This is one of my favorite little girly Santa candles. He is red, but then in the white part, because of the red they used, it looks very pink. So if you're into like a pink and red Christmas, these little Santas look fantastic. There's no breaks to them. This little guy has his original price tag. He was originally 24 cents, and that's over top of the little wafer for the girly candle. So you can see the little wick is still in there, but there's no breaks. But I do believe maybe the way he was stored, and I'm nitpicking, he has a little condition issue right there. So each one of these is 5.5 inches tall. $10 choice. Paint is phenomenal. This one is going to be letter A, and that's because I feel that something maybe wasn't stored right with his face. This is going to be letter B, and this is because he does not have his little wafer on the bottom, and there might be just a little bit of paint wear to the paint on the eyes, because they did paint some of the parts on these candles. So you can see there's a little bit of paint wear to his eyes, but he was never burnt. And then this one, you can see it's a little maybe brighter white where his white areas are supposed to be. And he does not have his original little wafer on the bottom, but they still stand just fine. So it doesn't, doesn't make them more wobbly. So again, I think this is one of my little favorite styles of Santa. I love the little curly beard. I don't know if it's reading there. Yeah, there you go. You can see how wispy and like cloudy, like clouds or cotton his beard looks like. He's got a really old world kind of look, maybe 30s, 40s. Here's what the back looks like, some detail there. And again, the color on them are superb. So that one's going to be letter B at $10 choice. I can't offer girly candles any cheaper than that. They're getting harder to find and more expensive. So this one's going to be letter C. And I think maybe his beard, there's a little distortion to the beard. So if you see his beard there versus his beard, I feel like maybe something flattened it a little bit in storage, okay? But some folks don't care. Some folks think that that gives him character. I still think he displays fine. And he has his original little 29-cent girly candle wafer on the bottom. And again, I had just learned this recently, and you would have thought this would have been common sense. To me, at least common sense to me, you can age these by the amount they charge. The cheaper they are, the older they are. I never really gave that much thought that if you're collecting girly candles, I had somebody come into the shop and they're trying to collect, all different price points, because then when you would get these and if they were 15 cents, the assumption is that they were cheaper. They were
older.
Yeah. And that applies to the girly price point, not a store sticker. So for example, you could find this candle. Probably there's one out there with a 15-cent sticker on it, and you'd have to assume that it would have been made prior to the 29-cent because they would have gotten more expensive.
Now I'm going to have to check all my girly candles.
As the years went on. I actually know folks that when they sell these, they call out the number on the bottom because then people can, because some people say, I just want them the generation that they were all 15 cents. Some want them at 29. I didn't even take that into consideration. I used to just get them because I loved them. So,
right.
Caroline, thank you so much. I see you in a 10. I'm looking for 11 or more. This one is going to be letter C because I'm really nitpicking. Now maybe even his cheek has a condition. But they display fine. But this one is C. And that's because I was concerned about the way his beard looked. This guy here is going to be letter B. And that's merely because he doesn't have a bottom, doesn't have the wafer. I know, KP, and I don't take that stuff. You don't think about that stuff. And then you start thinking about it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense because each year, and there's actually some weird years where they were like 27 cents. There's some, so there were, years that they just went up a couple cents. And then this one was your first one, letter A, because I feel like when they stored him, something may have had happened there to the top of the head. So 11 or more, let's count them down. And again, I have 3. Maybe you want a little trio of Santas. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So this one was letter A. This one is letter B. And you can actually see the difference in the color. This one's more pink and red. This one's more white and red. And then this one is C. And these two look very similar. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Caroline, let me know. Were you interested in A? And then this one is B. And then this one was C. And of course, if you want, you can have all 3. You can take 2. But this one is C. This guy is B. And the one I had in my hand the whole time was letter A. And these are the ones that measure 5.5 inches tall. There was a couple different sizes. This would have been about the medium size.
That's the size that looks good with the little deer.
Yes, and the trees. And the trees. These are good with the trees. Boy, we got a lag tonight. So C is more red. No, B is more red and white. Caroline, the B one is more red and white. These are more red and pink. The reds are about the same on all of them. It's just the white part that might have more of a pink hue to it. So A and C have more of the red and the pink hue. But if you're looking for one that's more red, then you're going to want the middle one here at B, because you can even see, is that reading on your screen what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I see that, like the one that you have in your hand with the head
yes.
is a little bit like darker.
Gotcha. So Caroline, that's the one you're going to want. Thank you so much. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Recap time. All right. So our emails are up here. If you're watching on the replay, you want to email us and check on something, you can always do that. We'll bring back things one more time, and these are going to be quick claim items. So if you want to claim something in the chat, do make sure to type in the item plus the price so that we know what you're trying to claim. We will give it a moment for the lag. If we only see one person come in there, it is yours. If we see more than one person come in there, we will then turn it back into a small bidding, just in case this can be in play, just to break any ties, that sort of thing. Just if you are interested, type in what we tell you to type in. That will be much easier for us to identify that in the chat. Jason, do you want me to go? I have two things.
Go ahead. Yep, I have. Yep, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the screen then. Okay, I had my big deer and baby piece made by Inesco. Pretty darn good condition, just a little paint scratching on the cold paint, but no chipping, no repairs. This was $40. If you want to claim that, you can type in deer 40 if you want to claim that piece. And it is large. It's 6x8. 6x8 on that. And then I had my also Inesco, a little bear bank. He's just cutest. Does not have his chain babies, does not have the stopper, and a little paint loss issue kind of on the back end. He didn't use the Charmin. He is 28. So 28 bear if you want to claim him. And that was my recap. Miss Deborah Williams, I see you for my dear. My dear, thank you so much. Thank you. You got it.
All right. I had my little bow tie friend still available. He has a little chip up there by his ear. 90% of the paint is in good condition. There is a little scratch there to the black cold paint, maybe a little wear to the back there, but overall, he's in pretty much 90% great condition with no chips or cracks. He's made by Arnart. He is a planter. Very hard. It's a hard, piece of kitsch to find. So if you're interested in him, he will be skunk, and it's 40. Skunk 40 if you're interested in him. No chips or there's a chip, but there's no crazing, and the little chip is right there. Boy, I did not see that when I got that. So it's skunk 40 if you're interested in him. Then I had two of my shiny bright ornaments left. I had the one with the toys. This one is the gold or copper style one. So it has these fun kitschy toys all the way around on there. It is the mica style glitter on top. Boy, I love that little duck with the blocks. This one would be good. We're just going to make it easy. Gold 10, gold 10, gold 10 if you're interested in that. And just note there's a little bit of typical wear to these, but gold 10. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Then this one is going to be pink 10. There you can really see the scene on it, the church with either the sun or the stars. I always thought that was the moon because you have stars up there. So this one is going to be pink 10 or gold 10. And then I had choice on my large pink flocked ornaments from the 1960s. They're $40 each. So if you just put pink 40, and whoever wants to claim one or two, if you just claim one, you'll get this one. If you're the second one to come in, then this one right here does have just a little bit of paint that's attached to it. So Joe, I got you for the pink ornament. Thank you so much. Let me write that down real quick. Got you, Joe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So then these here, they're $40 choice. And again, I know that seems like a lot, but these are high-end, high-quality 1960s mod style ornaments. And they would be $40 each. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Is that it?
That's it, Miss. Yeah, I'm not going to show the Santas. I just did that. And I don't think we're good.
All right. And always you can email and check. All right. I'm going to get our screen moved on over. All right. That is not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. There we go. We're gonna move into our community share tonight, which is from Miss Nikki Moss. And she sent in 2 pictures. And I think I have mentioned that I have seen people do this with vintage hankies, but I really like to see it done and for its intended purpose. So that's what I'm going to say about that. But let's show the photos. So I have 2 from Nikki, and this is her handkerchief curtain project. And I'm going to pop one picture up, and I'm going to read the rest of her email. So here is the overview.
Oh, this is good.
Okay. And it says the handkerchiefs hanging in the left window, which I have a close-up of, all belong to her mother. The center and right windows all have handkerchiefs purchased from YouTube and Vamp and friends. You might recognize some of them and other items in the picture. So that is awesome. I love this idea. And I've seen people sew them together. Okay, here's a close-up. Okay. Here's a close-up of her mother's hankies. I've seen people sew these together to make more of like a valance, or a longer curtain. But these are just attached to curtain hooks. Like it has a little like clamp, and you just clamp them on there. Heck, you could do this with Christmas hankies and do all Christmas hankies. And then they're just on those tension rods up there at the top. I love this idea. I absolutely love this.
So
look at all the different ones.
It's good. Very creative.
It still lets the light in too. Like it doesn't block, if you don't want to put traditional little curtains up there. I really, really like that. Nikki's so creative. She set up some very creative displays. I love it. What a great idea. So thank you so much, Nikki Moss, for sharing those. Those are wonderful. All right. I'm going to get us, it was short and sweet tonight.
Yes.
Before we get into our sneaky peeks for the marathon, we'll go through a few items tonight that we're bringing on Saturday. But big thank you to Karen G and Kim for helping us out in the chat. Always, ladies, thank you so very much for your help week after week and in advance for this weekend. Thank you so much. So Jason, how many things do you think we want to show tonight?
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, I have like 5 that I can show, but if you want to do more, we can do more. I'll go grab them. I just want to remind folks real quick about shipping for me.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
Just again, guys, if I don't hear from you, then I'm going to have an open box for you. So if you purchase tonight, then you'll have an open box for the marathon on Saturday. If you don't want an open box and you want to be invoiced, it's in reverse. Please email me and let me know so you won't hear from me. If we keep an open box and you come to the marathon or you don't, I hope you come to the marathon. I will be doing invoicing and packaging on Sunday and Monday. So that means you won't get an invoice for tonight till Sunday or Monday. Also, I would be in a lot of trouble. I do not want to forget to remind you guys that Tina will be back to her jewelry sale this Friday on Whatnot. So not only will she be participating in the marathon on Saturday, but on Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's Mother Tucker Tina. She normally does a jewelry sale over there on Whatnot. So if you could support her, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
For me, a reminder for shipping, since I have some more time-sensitive items for fall and Thanksgiving tonight, I did plan to pack those tomorrow. But if you email me and you want me to hold through the marathon, I can do that. And if you want your stuff to ship out sooner than that, so you get it a little sooner, there is no mail on Tuesday next week. I believe it's Veterans Day.
Yes.
I don't think that there is mail on Tuesday next week. So then there's one less extra day for shipping next week. So that's why I kind of wanted to get the Thanksgiving things on its way. But if you want me to hold it, I have no problem doing that. Otherwise, I will send the invoices out tomorrow. So just email me and let me know. I'm happy to hold things, but I will, if I don't hear from you, I will just send the invoice out tomorrow. But email me and let me know, because I can combine ship with this weekend as well. Okay. Jason, you want to start us off?
You go first, Amy.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Or do you really want me to go first?
All right. Well, what do I start with? I don't know. This is the biggest thing. So I guess I'll start with this. I did not get this at the Midwest Holiday Show. I actually got it. We went to an antique store after the Midwest Holiday Show, and I got it there. And I've never been able to bring one of these to a live sale before.
Right.
So this is pretty exciting. I have a Miro Star.
That's fantastic.
I have a Miro Star candelabra. I love these. There's so many cool ones at the Midwest Holiday Show, but I did not get this there. I actually found it afterwards. I do have to put light bulbs back in it, but it's got the beautiful foil leaves and the little mercury balls and the wire mesh and the red candles underneath. Usually it's the silver candles or gold candles. I really like the red. I love this. And if it were me, I would leave this out right through Valentine's Day too.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not super Christmassy. But it does have the little candle. The little candle cups are different colored foil on the inside. See how this one is a little green on the inside?
Oh, yeah.
There's kind of like a variation of green and pink that I'm seeing on the little candle cups, but really nice condition on that. I have never been able to pick up a Miro Star ever. So that was really exciting to find that. All right, Jason.
All right. Well, I can't sit shotgun on a marathon and not have something hold Howard. So believe it or not, these are a little scarce when it comes to hold Howard, and they are the Scroll Santa salt and pepper shakers. They call them the scroll, ones. And it's because they're holding like a little scroll that says a P and it says an S on it. The paint on these is in remarkable condition. There's remnants of the Hold Howard stickers here on the bottom. So these are the latter generation of Hold Howards because they're in gold. So, and again, these don't come around all of that often. And you can see how fun they are. Here you can see the little Santa guy. He's holding it. You can see his mouth. And this one here, he's holding it over his mouth. So, but these were always called like the scroll Santas because they look like they're holding little scrolls. And took me forever to find a set of these for my collection. And I've had these since the summer. So I knew this was coming. So they'll be available on Saturday.
I've never even seen those out in person before.
They're not easy to find.
Okay. This is something I did get at the Midwest Holiday Show. And he's cool.
That's
cool.
Good. I love this.
So this is like a mica glittered cardboard sleigh. And then we've got a huge spun cotton Santa in the sleigh. I love the discoloration on his little cotton beard. He's got little packages back here. Look at the little goober hanging out of the stocking in the back. And then on this side, he's got a bottle brush tree poking out with like a big glittery chunky star. And there's the packages in the back of the sleigh. It's very cool. I like kitschy stuff, but I like this kind of stuff too. So that was exciting to find that. Yeah. Oh yeah, he has one of those really old, like those little berry noses. Yep.
I love those. And actually yours is a unique one because usually they don't have the script there on the front.
Yep, it says Merry Xmas.
Yep.
I know some people don't like that, but it says Merry Xmas on the front. There's a little bit of the missing foil paper going on, like the little decoration on it.
Right.
I didn't care.
You never see them that they say that. So, all right. This might go with Tina. Tina might offer this, or it might be somewhere around her rounds, but we have one of these Hold Howard head cone style girls. This one's really different. You can see where they have tulle around here. She has these really fun here, like even Amy's Miro Star. You can see where the mesh is around here. She has Mercury beads for like a pearl necklace. And then, of course, that's the typical, ponytail, Hold Howard style head. This is sort of like almost like a celluloid plastic. And it's weird. It has like this metal mesh that goes through it for her wings. And then her arms, they're like a foil metallic, almost like the same kind of mesh they used here. So she could be your tree topper. So she has an opening in there, and that's a cone up there. And then this is all metal. So a lot of times these are paper. I think she's a little earlier because underneath the tool here, this is actually like a foil. So this is like that's not a paper, that's a foil. And I think she's really cute. I think she would be neat in your kitschy Christmas displays. So she'll be available on Saturday as well. Couldn't do a marathon without one of those heads coming to the...
Yeah, I'm not sure what blocks stuff's going to be in yet. I haven't got that far. Yes. I have not got that far yet. I've just been picking the stuff out. I have a little mini, she's the smaller size, Napco Christmas Girl head vase. There is another one that coordinates with her, and a bigger version as well. She's in excellent condition. That cold paint is really, really good. She's from 1957. 1957. I love her. She's so little. Napco just did the Christmas head vases. Perfect.
Let me see her again, Amy.
She's...
Oh yeah, she's the one holding the...
she's the one holding the book.
Oh yeah, she's pretty good.
She's really cute. Really cute.
All right, these will be coming. They did a series of these style Napco angels. These are probably one of my favorite Napco style angels. It's not like a bisque. It's just like a matte paint, to them. Here, she's the one that is holding the wreath. These also could kind of be classified. I mean, that's like a bun for her hair, but almost like a ponytail style girl. But these are the Napco. And I guess at one time when they sold in the store, they were $1.39. I didn't pay $1.39 for them. And you can see they have the original foil Napco sticker. No issues to the wings. I'll tell you what, I have two of them. This is the first one, her with the wreath. These are some of the cleanest ones I've ever had. And I don't know that we even have this one. I think they made it. These aren't just the trios. These came in like 4s and 6. But I've never had the version of the one that she's holding the present. You don't get much more 1960s Christmas than the angel holding the one here with the little polka dot present. So they're part of a series. You can see she has her Napco stamp and sticker. They came together. I don't know if we'll sell them together or we'll do choice, but at least you'd have two of them. And I think this series, some of them even were, I think, an odd number series, but I know there were more than 4 in this one. So if you're collecting the whole set, I'd have the wreath and the girl with the presents. And the one with the present is more like a blonde. And this one's more like a brunette. So it might read the same on your screen, but one's like a blonde, one's like a brunette.
Okay. And this is going to be a choice round. And not only do I have a Santa Nodder bank. I don't ever see these. The only place I've ever seen these is at the Midwest Holiday Show. I got these in the summertime sometime. So I have the Santa Nodder bank, and these are like that composition, like paper ceramic kind of combination stuff. So it is a bank. These are difficult to find, not broken. I've never been able to get one, but not only do I have Santa, I also have the snowman. He's probably like, I like the Santa, but I'm here for the snowman. I love the face on this. I don't know why. This just reminds me of Burl Ives.
Yeah.
Everything about this. So he's holding the sign, and he's also the bank. So I have both of those. So awesome. I love these. Love.
I'm selling with Barb. I don't have a rushed in for Saturday, but I feel like I need a plush Santa. So I had 2 of these. One of these went to the holiday show. It didn't sell. So I don't know that I'll do choice, but I have 2 of them. And this is a harder to find size of this Santa. I've sold this Santa before, and he is about a half a foot taller. I never had this sculpted face, this one. in this size. So again, what I'm saying is that the smaller size one, this is the first time I ever found it, and I found 2 of them. And it's a thin plastic face. A lot of times those faces can get cracked or damaged, but it's almost like a thin celluloid style plastic. It's in very good condition, very, very clean. The fabric on him is very vibrant. You can see how the crushed velour look or the material look on him is very vibrant. His beard is super clean. There's no issues there. He even has his little pom-pom on the top. And if you get him sitting just right, he will stand on his own. He even has his original leather belt. So this is super clean. So I got 2 of them from an estate. I don't know if maybe they bought them for, 2 children at the same time. But I do have 2 of them. And like I said, one went to the holiday show. This one stayed behind, but I do have the other one. So if by chance, we get to a situation where we want to do choice, maybe somebody wants to, I don't know. This guy's growing on me. Maybe I'll keep the other one for myself. But no matter what, this guy will come to the sale. And he, like I said, this dude here is almost 20 inches tall. So about the other one that I used to sell was probably 40.
Yeah, he's bigger than that.
Yeah. So that's very unique to find one in that size. So he'll be available.
I like that size.
He'll be there on Saturday.
Okay. These are also going to be a choice at some point. New old stock. There's this guy at Collectors Carnival.
Oh, I love these.
That has new old stock Christmas stuff. And we got some things from him last year, but he brought new stuff this time. And these are new old stock. They're called Bell Santa. Bell Santa. And they're still in their plastic packaging, super clean. And they're kind of like pose dolls. So they have like a stockinette face, a little I don't know, felt kind of features on here, little jingle bells on the hat. They are bendy. So they have like flexible arms and that, and they have their like Japan stickers. Yeah, these are just like, oh my gosh, he did not have these last year, and he's got Easter that he's bringing next year, he told me. So I can't wait to see. I guess he got a call to clean out like this old department store that sat vacant for like 30 years or something. And this was all down in the basement of this place, and he went and got it all. And he's been slowly selling it off for like 20 years or something. A long time. So I don't know what else he has, but these are fantastic. So cool. So cool.
Well, I need to bring something super kitschy, and Ucago did a little series of these little
oh my God,
furry little animals covered with fur. So this little guy is going to be available on Saturday. Again, made by Ucago. Has the original sticker there on the bottom. I guess 69 cents originally. And if you know, you can get different animals, and they're all sitting on.
That, Jason. I've never seen that.
Oh, have you? You've never seen this one before?
No, I've never seen it.
It took us a while to find 1 or 2 of these, and I believe this one is the little puppy dog. And there is a Santa hat in there, so there is fur around the Santa hat, and there is a tip to the Santa hat.
I've seen a skunk like that, but not on a present base.
But oh my gosh, yes, these are they're not the easiest to find. They do go. I mean, there are very sought after on the internet. But this little kitschy guy here will be available, and yeah, like I said, he's on top of a little present, and the present, has faux holly. Again, if we're going to do it and we're going to sit next to Amy, we got to bring something super kitschy Christmas. And that to me, that's
have to.
Oh, you do. You do.
An unwritten rule.
Well, we're under contract, wasn't it? We needed a pixie with.
Did Jason freeze? Am I frozen? What's going on? Jason, are you frozen? Am I frozen? Uh-oh. Jason's frozen. Okay. I thought it was me because usually it's me. So I was just sitting here. Okay, you guys can see me. All right. I don't know. Jason, he said that he might have because of the wind advisory. Oh, lost power. Okay. Well, I'll sit on here. Maybe he'll pop back in. I'll sit on here and go through a couple other things. All right. I was going to show next. I had the Lefton Little Miss Mistletoe. One of them. There's a series of 3 of these girls. And this is only the second time I've come across one of these. And actually, it was the same pose that I came across last year. But yeah, there is a whole series of these. 3 of them doing different, but they're little ballerinas dressed in the little mistletoe dresses. So she is made by Lefton. I love her. I'll give it a little bit more time, see if Jason pops back in before we say goodnight, because I have more things that I was going to show. I have this big old pixie. Look how big he is. He is like a made in Japan, but he does have an ornament hanger, although that would be a giant. I think that would be a giant ornament. I don't know. He's pretty big, but he has really long bendy legs, and I love his little. He has look at his little eyes. He's kind of painted like a Joseph original, like how the eyes are painted and the little hair poking out. He's very nice and clean. Little bendy arms. If you wanted to give him something to hold, you could. I really like that. I would probably give him a present or a wreath or something like that, or a little teddy bear. But I liked him sitting. I thought he was really cute. Sitting. What else? I have, I think this is probably going to be my only blow mold for the sale. So this will probably be coming in the, oh, your modem went out. Oh, darn it. All right. So you're not coming back, Jason? Not coming back? Oh, poop. Okay. Well, darn it. I hope you guys get it back. So Rudolph coming out of the chimney, blow mold. This will probably be in the 6 to 8 o'clock block with Jamie and Mid-Century Wasted and Tina. So he's really nice. The paint's really nice. There's a little bit right here at the bottom, but for the most part, and I like that they painted his antlers gold. All right. I don't, the light cord is downstairs. It's downstairs. I do have the light cord for it. I just don't have it up here, but I have him. Look at his little tail peeking out. I know, Kim, I can't keep everything. I really cannot. What else do I have? Let's see. These are awesome. These are awesome. I just saw some of these over the weekend, although I have had these since last year. These are not easy to come by. So I actually have 2 of these, and I'll show each one. So they are little bottle brush trees, and they are in a little wooden pot with the candles and then all the little mercury bead ornaments. This was how they were manufactured. All right, they came this way. And so I have the other one here, same kind of way. So they just look a little different depending on how they're bent out there, but they have all the little original ornaments and the candles. Both of them are good condition. And they did make these in several different sizes. I just really like this little size. I love this little size. And they are made in Japan. Stamped on the bottom. Will the pixie be in the black? I'm not sure, Manx. I have not. Okay, so the sales start at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll pop the graphics up here again. So here's our first. So there's 2 separate broadcasts. If you weren't here at the beginning and heard me talk about this, there's 2 separate broadcasts. And so if you go under the live tab on my channel, you can find them both there. So the first block will be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Barb of Winking Owl Antiques and Laura and Mary Beth Fatbird Finds. So Jason and I, you'll see us all day, but we'll have new sellers join us every 2 hours. And then from 3 to 5, we have Heather of Antique Agenda and Pamela Blanchard joining us. And then we are taking an hour break. So we will not be live from 5 to 6 p.m. Just so we can get up and move and eat a quick dinner. And then we will come back at 6 o'clock. So Jamie of Mid-Century Wasted and Tina will be joining us for the 6 to 8 block. And then the last block will be Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, and Arianna at the Withering Cottage. And I did say If Jason and I, because usually whoever's selling with us, we like them to get through as many rounds as possible. And if we don't, Jason and I get through all of our items, then we'll like recap or bring back anything that we didn't get to after the 10 o'clock block, if that makes sense. Usually we stay on for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour after that, bringing anything that we didn't get to. But I don't know. I don't know how late that we're going to be on. What else do I have in here? These are cute. These are Lefton little salt and pepper shakers. So we have the little deer and Santa. These are adorable. I found these over the summer sometime. I'm not really sure. Look at the cold paint on Santa. It's got like a sheen. These are like excellent condition. I don't think I can find mid-century ceramics in much better shape than that, but they are Lefton. Santa is just missing his little stopper, but those are salt and pepper shakers. And let's see, what else do we have? Got a giant pixie. Playing the accordion. He's pretty great. He's polka dotted. He's made by UCAGCO. Doesn't have the foil sticker anymore, but there is a series of 4 different ones in this big style that have different instruments that they're playing. And then he's covered with little kind of polka dots on his suit. I love these big old pixies. These just scream Christmas to me. I'm not sure why. I'm going to turn my camera off for 1 second because the other bin is right behind me. I'm going to grab that real quick. Oh, and it's heavy. All right. I got to move some things over here. I'll show you a few more things and then we'll call it a night. I'm sad that Jason lost his internet. Can't be here to join us anymore tonight. All right, what's in this bin? I just previewed this today, so I thought I'd grab a couple things out of this. Now, these are not in like mint condition by any means, but these are coming as the pair. This is how they originally would have come. The Santa and the Mrs. Knee Huggers. I do like that they have some discoloration going on with them, that they're not stark white anymore. I like that about these. The Santa Knee Huggers are difficult to find on their own, but the Mrs. Is incredibly hard to find, and I found them together. So we're keeping the pair together. So yes, they do have some discolorations, but I think they're pretty amazing. I have never come across or seen these out in the wild before, so that was pretty cool to find those. Okay, I was working on this, I think last night. I don't know. I was up till like midnight working on this. I did make one of my Christmas wrapping paper ephemera packs. So you're just going to have one for the marathon. I'm going to work on some more for some other sales to bring with different themes, but I was going for Santa, Merry Christmas, red, green sort of thing. So there are 2 huge sections of full sheets uncut of mid-century wrapping paper in here. So we got the red starburst, and then we've got this is a greeting card in here with Santa hanging some mistletoe from the chandelier, which I like that. There is like a to from label in here. Then there's little packages in the front that have kind of seals and tags and all sorts of little tiny ephemera things in there that kind of coordinate. Then there's a smaller piece of wrapping paper in here with the Santa Claus. I got this from Elkhorn over the summer. And then on the back, here's the other full sheet of wrapping paper. There's another card in there. There's another little package full of little seals. There's a little flocked Santa in there, some cupcake picks. And then there's another smaller little piece of paper, gold foil, and another little package of doodads and accoutrement in there that kind of match. So that was fun to put together. A couple hours it took to pick out all the stuff. I love making these. These are super fun. Love to make those. I'll just have one of those for the marathon. I have the Lefton Pixie Head. This is coming out of my personal collection. I've had him for several years. He is the sugar bowl. FYI, but he doesn't have the lid. I always stuck a bottle brush tree in him. He's very cute. I absolutely love everything about that pixie head. He is adorable. And he's in good shape too. He's just missing his lid, which I don't think is too bad. He could be a head vase. He could be a planter. He could stick candy canes in his head if he wanted to. I kind of did different things with him over the years. I also have Holt Howard. I think I have a couple Holt Howard things pulled for the sale. I do have one of the, this is a candle holder, but it's just a single one of the Santa. So this would be a candle holder, but I'm including the bottle brush tree in here. I think that if you don't want to put a candle in a candle holder, that's an easy way to display a little bottle brush tree. That's a vintage bottle brush tree with the snow on it. He's really nice condition. So we'll Holt Howard Santa. I think I'll just show a couple more things and then we'll call it a night. Call it a night. All right. This is fun. This is fun. Can you guys guess what's in this box? I do love a good Christmas print box. I got this. If you watch the videos, you'll probably recognize it. This is all the way from January. I bought this in January, the end of January this year, in Iowa. No, Nebraska. Nebraska is where I bought this. So it's, I like this. Do not wash in boiling water. So what's in here is a set of 4 Santa mugs, if I can get them out. Now they do have some paint rubbing on them, but I think that's probably from them coming in and out of the box because they all have the same kind of wear. So there's 2 like that with the little open eyes. And then there's 2 that have, I think, the little winky face or the closed eyes. Yeah, the closed eyes. So there's 2 like that and 2 with the open eyes in there. But they all have the same kind of paint wear to them. But I love that they're in the original box. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen Santa mugs in their box before. All right. I'm running out of room. I'm glad Parmesan's not up here. Here's a little pixie figurine. Oh, so cute. This one is popping out of a little book, or he's climbing on a little book. I don't know. This I don't think is like, you could leave this out year round. But I thought I would bring him because I thought he's cute for Christmas. All right. This is amazing. One of my favorite Christmas finds this year. This tin. I love this tin. I did see this tin at the Midwest Holiday Show over the weekend. Female depiction of Santa, which we don't usually get to see. And yeah, the tin's got some wear to it. I really like the wear on it. This is spectacular. I love that. And all the toys poking out of the bag. I think that's very, very cool. Especially if you like more antique kind of stuff. That's really cool. That's cool to me. Although I like kitschy stuff, but I like that stuff too. All right, I guess we'll end with this guy. And I don't know if you can see in the background. See him right there? I got a Russian Santa over the weekend too. I've never had a Russian Santa. I don't know if he's going to come to the marathon. He might come to another sale because I do have this guy. I have another pixie plush. He's way back there. But this is a Russian rubber-faced pixie. And he's really nice condition as well. He still has all of his little jingle bells. Usually those just go missing off of the collar. He's got everything that he's supposed to have. He's very nice and clean. He is just meant to sit. All right. So he's in his little green and red suit and he's got his little jingle bell up there at the top. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. He's the cutest thing ever. But yes, Russian Santa. I can't believe that I got that over the weekend because I've never been able to get a Russian Santa before, but he might not come to the marathon because I have another plush rubberhead pixie. I probably will bring that instead. And I guess I will show this. I have a Christmas catalog. I love these Christmas catalogs. I think William has this one. I'm pretty sure he has this one. Santa's Treasure Chest from 1961. Yeah, 1961. So this one is full color. Sometimes it can be a mixture of black and white and color. So look at all the board games the fun board games. I've actually had those puzzles before with the little animals on them. I've had that before. Look at all the fun board games. There's the game of life and Chutes and Ladders and go to the head of the class. Oh yeah, so good. Pre-bids. Are we pre-bidding today? This one's very fun. It's got all the cool games and things in there. There's dolls, and as we get through, there's all the dolly suitcases and strollers. Fun. I love looking at these catalogs. And then there's the plush section in here. How cool. Look at that alligator. There's some dollies. Look at that hippo in the dress. There's some dollies. 1961. Yeah, that's what I said. 1961 on that. Horseman dolls. Here's some more plush up in here. We got some Rushtons down here at the base. Yep, Rushton cuddly animals. That's very cool. Oh my gosh, look at that deer. I need that deer. I need him. I've had that poodle before too. That's fun. These are also a good reference. If you come across something, then you can find a picture of it and date it. If you can't find it online, these are great references. Look at all the little tea sets and the play kitchens. So fun. I found another one too over the weekend. I think it's a little bit older. I think it's from the 50s, but it's a mixture of color and black and white. Oh my gosh. All the sporting equipment. Look at the Flintstones bowling. How fun. But anyways, and Bozo's on the back. Bozo's on the back. But 1961. Yep. Very cool. All right. I think I'm going to be done. There's a lot more. I'm still picking out stuff and haven't done pricing or any of that or lineups. But my intention is to go live on Instagram on Friday at some point. I might pop over here and do it as well, and show everything. I think that's my plan for Friday. But I'm going to take pictures as I get stuff done. I'm still working on handmaids too, so a lot to do this week. But thanks for hanging out, you guys. I hope you guys are excited for Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have seen some sneak peeks from some of the other sellers joining us as well. They're also posting previews and photos and that sort of thing. So make sure and look for that. And I know Jason's working on his the next couple of days as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Put on your Christmas jammies, get your hot cocoa, your coffee. It's going to be a fun day. So thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm sad Jason couldn't stick on with me. Hopefully he gets his internet back. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Just a little sneaky peek tonight. All right. I'm going to say good night. And if you do want me to hold your items, if you got something tonight, just let me know. Otherwise, I will get the Thanksgiving fall stuff out and invoice to you so it can be on its way to you, so you can get it in time to decorate with. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, as always. And we will see you on Saturday. All right. Good night, you guys.